greatest damn show on YouTube. Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Y'all ready? Crazy, man. Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut live out. What we doing tonight, chat? Double tap the screen, shut live out. What we doing tonight, chat? We got America's Occupy. What's next? We have been sold out on every level. Double tap the screen, shut live out, man. I do not bring you this message lightly tonight, chat. It's finna be a different type of episode. We got an action-packed episode, but this will be a different episode, man. I wish I didn't have to bring this message to y'all, honestly. But double tap the screen, shut live out. I don't care if you far left, far right, liberal, conservative, Marxist, fascist, alien, and NPC. Get your ass in. We finna have no conversations tonight, and we will have the phone lines open. So call your auntie, uncle, and your cousin. Tell them plug live, and he running his mouth, man. We got some Charlie Kirk news coming up. Also, we have the big deal. We got the Qatar Air Force training facility, Army, but whatever the hell you want to call it, man. We finna get into that early and often. Also, we got the Argentina bailout. 1.65 million wiped out of the market today. We got food banks packed with military members. New contracts going out for barracks. It's a lot going on, chat. It's a lot going on, chat. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Call your auntie, uncle, and your cousin. Tell them plug live, and he running his mouth. I'm not gonna hold y'all I'm not gonna hold y'all tonight, man. Chat. Lala, you got them plain lays ready? Where that baby go there?
I told my niggas to mark my word, I guarantee that I'm next. I got the arms of a bodybuilder from the way that I flex. Might just hit the strip just to go blow me a check. They know what the fuck I'm on. They say that they got some of the best gas, they call it Southern Georgia. Chain on chain and ice on ice like Adam Sandler, I'm water boy. I know I'm all in the head. That bitch laying in my bed. Wait till I give her a spray. I'm a master with the head. Don't let these social fool you, these niggas broke. I know that they ain't bought it. Ain't got no car but talking shit. Okay, then little walkie talkie. I told that bitch to come home. I ain't got time for no bitch that's healing. Talk to blood, she call me daddy. And I'm screaming out no dick. I'ma make sure that she come. I'ma fuck her good with my tongue. I know the night is still young. So baby, let's get it in. I know just how she like it tonight. She spicy, she added a friend. They ain't identical, but they fuck alike. So in the bed, I call them twin. I call them twin. Bed, I call them twin. Bitch and shoot a shoot. 1 + 1 = 2. What you tryna do? Go back for back, check a swoop for swoop. Either way it go, I'm on. Either way it go, I'm gone. Brody them just got like 100 on me, they tryna get them gone. What you call it, that whack? What's the name? And he put it in his song. Brody them got the purest powder, it's pink, you know this shit is strong. No diddy. I'm the type of nigga that turn my bitch up in each city. Brody cut out, we sellin' brain, we hit the gritty. I'm feeling like a baby, I'm tryna get that milk up out them titties. It's no question who young and the littest. If you want your bitch, then when she talking, hear her. If I want the bitch, I'm going Pittsburgh. Still her. I keep some on the side, I don't have trust in just the main bitch. Suck me up while I'm driving like damn, I die by this lane switch. Shit, different type of free, so we ain't never got a tussle. Throw it back like Miss London, and sum me up like be hustle.
Oh man, double tap the screen, shut a live out, chat. Shut a live out, double tap the screen, chat. America's Occupy. What's next? We have been sold out on every level. Let's break this shit down, man. Thank you, Shell. Let's break this shit down, chat. I'm pissed off, chat. I'm pissed off about this Qatar Air Force base. I'm pissed off that 100% tariffs have been announced and we lost 1.65 trillion in the markets. 401ks down damn near 3%. We got Hegseth talking about some damn private contracts for military bases. We got a $20 billion bailout for Argentina boosted. Let's break this shit down, chat. Let's break this shit down, chat. We have been sold out on every single level. All of them, chat. And I don't make these videos often. I don't do these live streams often. But Bulletproof, man, y'all on some bullshit. Y'all are on some bullshit. Hegseth, y'all are on some bullshit. Let's just get this shit. Let's just get this shit off the wham. We're talking about bringing almost 300 soldiers over here to train in Idaho. They talking about 50 miles of land already allocated, man. We know 50 miles isn't a lot for an airport, but who cares, man? So what? I don't care if Singapore, Poland, France, I don't give a fuck who else operates over here, man. We talking about Qatar. We're talking about what the U.S. Treasury is calling the number one funder, the number one financier of Hamas. An Air Force base, bro. Really? This what we doing over here, chat? This is what we doing over here. And then it comes right after the damn plane. We can't forget the $400 million jet, right? Didn't Qatar give them the $400 million jet? Oh, it's a gift. It's a gift to the state. Now it makes sense. You damn right it was a gift to the state because they finna set up shop, man. They finna set up shop. I don't care if they... Hegseth could come out and be like, it's ours, we're operating in this shit. That don't matter. The way the world is going to look at it is like, man, these folks over here, they in Idaho, they got their own shit, they're funding it, they're paying for it, man. Look, what is it saying right here? Qatar has been accused by the U.S. Treasury of funding Hamas, its number one financier per critics, hosting Muslim Brotherhood leaders in Doha. It could be a launch pad for disaster. Like what? I'm just gonna be real. I don't think there should be anybody over here, Chad. There shouldn't be none of this shit over here. Train them over there, man. And then what's even crazier about it is it's like they're trying to dress the shit up like this was just the price we had to pay to get peace in the Middle East. That ain't got shit to do with us, man. This peace deal, the damn Nobel Peace Prize and shit. Are we saying that Trump took a shot at the Nobel Peace Prize, didn't get it, and the fallout is we just get a damn Qatari training, Air Force training over here, man? Is this the price we gotta pay as Americans for some shit going on over there? Then we can get on the 100% tariffs. We can get on the 100% tariffs. They say China came out, dumped all of their Bitcoin. Bitcoin's down. We got 1.65 trillion going in the market. 401ks down 300%, all off a damn True Social post. Let's be real. True Social post goes out saying we're putting 100% tariffs on China, and the market goes to shit. Now I'm gonna ask y'all a question, chat. Do y'all think some shorts went out before that tweet? Before that True Social post went up? Do y'all think some people got the short in the market before the damn sin was pressed on that? Or do you think it's just all fair game? Are we gonna act like we're not being sold out on every fucking level? Let's be real tonight, chat. I'm not even reading the chat right now. I don't know how many people in here don't care. I'm venting, chat. I'm venting. This shit got me scratching my head. Then I see the clip of Hegseth talking about updating the military barracks, which is cool. Do what you got to do for the soldiers, but you keep saying, oh, there'll be no red tape, there'll be no whatever. So basically, you saying fuck what Congress or whoever has to say about it, man. We finna do it. We don't care what the fuck y'all got to say about it. Who's getting the contract? Who's gonna be rebuilding this shit? Somebody's pockets getting laced, man. Straight up, chat. While we have soldiers out here in the damn food bank line because the government shut down, they can't get their check. We got 1.65 million being wiped out. We got a damn Air Force training bank, whatever the fuck you want to call it, coming over here, man. And we got oh my god, chat. And then we sending $20 billion to Argentina. And this guy's throwing a damn rock concert, a damn Kiss, whatever, whoever the fuck was over there, a rock concert to promote his damn book. Where's your OG Yosemite, OG Pal at, man? OG Pal, man. OG Pal, man. I don't even want to say that you was right, OG Pal, but it's looking like it, man. OG Yosemite, I don't fucking know, bro. Like, this is some bullshit, Chad. I don't care about Qatar's oil and gold, man. I don't give a fuck about, cause that's the point, man. We sold out. That's the point. Qatar oil and gold. We sold out, man. Did you not get that? We're not getting the gold. You not getting the gold. You not getting the oil. We're fucked. Our children might be fucked, man. A damn tweet. One true social post knocks out 1.65 trillion in the market. Is this not a damn problem? He didn't even have to cam up for the shit. He didn't even have to show his face for the shit. Then we got the $400 million airplane that we had to outfit. Taxpayer dollars had to outfit that. We at the point where it don't matter. It don't matter who the fuck you say we occupied by. It don't matter who you say we got sold out to. The point is the deals have been done, man. I knew Trump was a businessman. I knew the deals was gonna get done, but I didn't know it was gonna be like this, man. I didn't know it was gonna be like this, Chad. Like, the airplane makes so much sense now. It's a state gift. A state gift. An airplane. And now they bringing their damn Air Force over here to train. Train them over there. Train them over the Gaza Strip. Train them over there in Qatar. Train them in our. Train them where the fuck you train them, man. Straight up. I'm not with it, man. This shit don't look good. It don't look good for us. It looks like, man, as long as you can write a fucking check, man, you might be able to get in where you fit in around here, man. As long as you can write a check, you might be able to get in where the fuck you fit in, man. They don't care. They don't care if the money comes from he, you, them, him, her. If they have to wipe it out of the fucking markets, if they have to knock Bitcoin down 10%, they don't give a fuck where the money comes from as long as they getting it. When they said this was gonna be the greatest wealth transfer in world history, I knew it was, but I didn't know it was gonna look like this. I would be fucking lying if I told you I knew it was gonna look like this. Power, wealth. We got soldiers at the damn food bank. We can't get our damn government open. We got soldiers at the food bank, man. But we sending 20 billion to Argentina. Let's get into the show, chat. Let's get into the show, man. I had to rant, chat. This shit got me throwed off, man. This shit got me real throwed off, chat. It got me real throwed. Look at these soldiers right here, man. These are soldiers at the food bank. I just watched a video of Pete Hegseth talking about redoing the soldiers' barracks because warriors are supposed to be able to sleep like warriors and shit. Well, we got warriors at the damn food bank, man. We talking about some future barracks and shit, man, when we got soldiers at the food bank right now. Shit is crazy, bro.
As I take a step aside here, there is quite a bit of military members and their families in line because of this government shutdown. We're in day 9 of it, and they're here for a food pantry. There's all sorts of food that is available, and I spoke with some military member spouses, and I spoke with some department heads here at the ASYMCA on why this is so important. What's the difference in the amount of people that you've seen from today to previously?
So when we first started coming, there definitely wasn't this amount of people. It was a lot, but it wasn't this amount.
The fuck you mean Pete don't want this? He want them new barracks, man, while we got soldiers hungry? I don't know what he wants, man. I'm stating the obvious. This is what the fuck I see. I see soldiers lined up at the food bank with their damn families, man, and I see him talking about some no red tape. We're gonna make the damn barracks for warriors and shit. Like, they don't gotta get no approval. Fuck what you think as an American. Fuck what Congress think. Fuck what everybody think. We're getting new barracks, right? Who's getting those contracts? Who's building those barracks was my first question. Then I go on about my fucking day and I see soldiers at the food bank. New barracks at the food bank, man. We gotta address the issues that are present now. We can get to the barracks and shit here in a minute, but right now we got hungry soldiers, man. It's a government shutdown. Let's get this shit together first. All right.
To where it wrapped around the building. But lately it has been a lot. Like, we were here last week and we were in line for like 2 hours.
In a normal week, we usually run out of food about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Last week, we ran out of food about 10:30.
As I take a step aside here,
10:30. You wake up past 10:30, your ass wasn't gonna eat, man. It's damn crazy, bro. It's damn crazy, bro. Here go the 20 billion right here. Here go the 20 billion, man. I ain't even gonna pull up the video of the damn rock concert to promote his book. That's crazy. Like, picture being a world leader, getting a 20 ball, a big 20 billion from Bulletproof Trump, and then throwing a fucking rock concert to promote your book. Like, spit in the face of Americans. Spit in the face of everybody. It's like, what? 20 billion, and then you throw it there. I don't care if it was booked before. I don't give a fuck. If it was already pre-scheduled, you're on your damn book. Cancel that shit, man. Y'all got more important shit to worry about too. We all do. Shit is crazy.
Secretary Scott Bessent says the U.S. finalized this controversial $20 billion financial lifeline for Argentina and also took the unusual step of directly buying Argentine pesos. This move is designed to prop up Argentina's struggling currency and support the country's embattled President Javier Milei, who's an ally of President Trump and faces midterm elections in a few weeks. Democrats and some Republicans are accusing the Trump administration of bailing out Argentina at a time when hundreds of thousands of federal workers here aren't getting paid and American farmers are facing their own financial hardship. And there's the big question of what the U.S. gets in return for this deal. Bessent says it's about maintaining U.S. interests in the region, but Wall Street firms with ties to the Treasury Secretary could also benefit, like billionaire investor Rob Citron, who previously worked at a hedge fund with Bessent and has spent millions on Argentina's economy under Milei. Treasury did not respond to our request for any additional comments about this deal, Rebecca. All right. Good morning, Rebecca.
20 billion directly buying their currency. Why is Argentina too big to fail, man? Why are they systemically important to us, Chad? I'm just being honest, man. This shit is crazy. I don't want to hear no more of that America First shit. I don't want to hear no more of that shit right now from any fucking body, man. I don't care if you far left, far right, man. It's looked like we've been sold out at every damn stop, man. It don't matter what stop you pick, we've been fucking sold out on it. I don't want to hear that America First shit, man. Shit is crazy, bro. Shit is crazy, bro. This is not what we thought was gonna be going on. Now look at this, chat. Adding more fuel to the fucking fire of my rant tonight. This is what it is. We're going to call it what it is, a damn rant. Shit is crazy, bro. I don't even want to talk about that, bro. That's about the damn voting system. They saying the Dominion voting system has been bought out by pro-Trump investors and shit. I don't even want to talk about that, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about that, bro. Here we go. Here we go. This is what it is. Here go the barracks, man. That's what he talking about with the barracks. Now, I'm not saying the soldiers don't need good barracks and shit, but we got they need to eat first. Hell, they need to eat first. And then the language that he using, just listen to how the hell he talking about it, bro. Like, no red tape, no nothing. It's like basically saying y'all can't stop this shit if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter. We don't need no approval from nobody. We don't care, man. Look, we doing this shit. Fuck you and fuck whoever else is asking us to slow this shit down. Listen.
Failed too many of our warfighters. Every member of our joint force deserves housing that is clean, comfortable, and safe. And that's what
I do not disagree with that. They do deserve housing that's clean, comfortable, and safe. I do not disagree with that.
We've established a brand new barracks task force charged with developing a department-wide barracks investment plan. As too many know, too often barracks are shabby and without basic modern amenities. But this isn't just about creature comforts. This impacts morale, readiness, and our ability to recruit and retain the best warriors. Quality of life for our warriors is a critical component of reviving the warrior ethos and rebuilding our military. Barracks, that's where our warriors live, rest, and recover. How can we expect them to be ready for anything on the battlefield when their own living space is a constant source of stress and frustration? That all ends now. This barracks task force will deliver results, not excuses. We're going to cut through the bureaucracy to bring immediate solutions as well as a long-term plan.
Y'all hear him? We gonna cut through the bureaucracy to bring immediate solutions. Y'all tell me what the fuck that mean. It sound like he's not waiting on no approval. It sound like it don't matter, man. Where's the who? Nobody's gotta okay this money being spent. Nobody's gotta work. Now watch him say about the private sector. We're gonna use the private sector. This is lacing pockets, man. I'm not saying the soldiers don't need clean, comfortable, and safe housing. What I'm saying is this is another play, man. They lacing somebody's pockets. Who's finna get these contracts to build these barracks, man? Let's be real. Who's getting the contracts to build these barracks, man? He just said cut through the bureaucracy. He don't give a. He's not looking for an approval, man. He's telling you what the fuck finna go on, man. If we don't know,
living space is a constant source of stress and frustration. That all ends now.
No, I don't have Trump derangement syndrome. I ain't went off on Trump in a long time, but I call out bullshit when I see it, man. Most of the time, I'm a little indifferent when it comes to Trump. I'm a centrist. I don't hate Trump at all. But this shit right here is crazy, and we just can't stand. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna call out the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you think I got Trump derangement syndrome, come back tomorrow, motherfucker.
This barracks task force will deliver results, not excuses. We're going to cut through the bureaucracy to bring immediate solutions as well as a long-term plan to keep our barracks at the standard that warriors deserve. No delays, no excuses, and no more business as usual. The standards will be enforced and accountability will be non-negotiable. This is not just another study over the course of years. The Barracks Task Force will deliver a plan to me in the next 30 days. That's days, not months or years. And this is not a goal, it's a mandate. And the task force is moving fast. They've already held 3 meetings in the first 24 hours. The One Big Beautiful Bill gave us a down payment to upgrade our barracks and address long overdue deferred maintenance. From there, we'll leverage the expertise of private industry to deliver innovative.
I am emotional. Big fella, whoa, I am emotional. I am. I got kids that gotta grow up here. All I know is America, man, and we've been sold out on every level, man. We've been sold out. Whether you want to say we're occupied by Israel, you got a damn argument. You want to say we're occupied by Qatar? Everybody was so mad. Oh, they're taking Qatari money. Candace is taking Qatar. Well, we got a damn training base, whatever the fuck you want to call it here now, man. It was all good. Everybody was on their ass talking about Qatari money this, Qatari money that. Well, what the fuck we gotta say now? Everybody quiet, right? Everybody's quiet, right?
Technologies and contracting strategies that accelerate construction and renovation. Well,
APEC this, Qatar that. But when it comes to this shit, everybody quiet, right? When it's a social media influencer, somebody getting their pockets lined, 7,000 deposited here or there, it doesn't matter. No, actually it does matter. That's all y'all want to talk about it. But when it's some real shit on U.S. soil, oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. Everybody does it. I don't give a fuck if everybody does it. That's the difference. I don't give a fuck.
We're going to consolidate contracts for maintenance, services, and equipment. We're also going to empower unit commanders and senior enlisted leaders to fix issues at their level without having to wait on Pentagon bureaucracy. All of this will help foster a sense of ownership and, we believe, accelerate resolution of deficiencies, again, across the entirety of the Department of War. The task force includes representatives from across this department, including experts in contracting, leaders from military installations, and experts in personnel readiness and finance. Because we have to get this right, and we got to get it right now. The department is also working across the federal government to gather even more tools that will help us make sure this happens quickly, including working with the Office of...
You said you yelling doesn't help since I don't got no dampening in my studio. Donate to the channel to help me get some damn dampening in, man. We've been rocking out like this, man, and it's alright, man. The people who rock out with me, they do. If you don't like it, man, if my audio's a little fucked up or you don't like the way I speak, swipe up on the live. No harm, no foul, man. We'll catch you on the next one or we won't. Oh, fucking well.
Management and budget on new solutions to renovate and maintain barracks to the standards that warriors deserve, and where possible, using the kinds of rapid processes found in the private industry. And where, whenever possible, we're going to use exactly the same rapid processes that are used in private industry. The result? More, better, faster. The Barracks Task Force will improve more barracks, deliver a better quality of life, and move faster than anything in recent history. In crucial ways, big and small, we at the War Department, we're going to...
They changed the Department of War, the Department of Defense to the Department of War, I believe, last month. It was sometime over the last month and a half they made that change. Yes, it used to be the Department of War. It changed to the Department of Defense. And Trump and Hegseth brought it back to the Department of War. Like, I don't have no problem with the military getting new barracks. I have no problem with that. They need clean, comfortable, and safe housing. They do. My problem is the terminology used. Like, just fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We're cutting the red tape. We're gonna cut the bureaucracy crap. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, what?
Continue to deliver real and tangible results for our people. Our job is
cut the bureaucracy crap and get the troops paid and fed right now. If we can just cut the bureaucracy crap, why the hell do we got troops in the food lines? If we can cut the bureaucracy crap, why the fuck are the troops not getting paid right now? If we can just cut the bureaucracy, you know what I'm saying? If we can just cut straight through the bullshit and get to the real issues, why are these troops not getting fed? Why are these troops not getting paid? Since we can just cut through the bureaucracy on shit. Crazy. Crazy as hell, man. Shit crazy as hell. Now I want y'all to tell me what this picture means to y'all, man. How does this picture make y'all feel? Y'all y'all tell me how this picture makes y'all feel in one sentence. How does this picture make y'all feel? Don't get scared now. Don't run up out of here now. Y'all know where this shit going. How does this picture make y'all feel? Told y'all I'm on one tonight. This gonna be a different type of episode. How does this picture make y'all feel? Hold my nuts, Thomas. How about that? Yeah, we know it's Photoshop. This is an analogy. If y'all don't know, chat, this is what, fuck it being fake or it being an AI. We know it's AI, we know it's fake, but we want to know the analogy. Do y'all not get the analogy here? Or did it just go over everybody's head, man? Like, fuck, is everybody nose in the damn clouds? Huh? It's an analogy here, man. Ain't nobody got no problem until it's a problem, right? Now, what would we say if all of our leaders, our politicians, our presidents was running to China with a damn Kung Lao hat on and kissing the Great Wall of China? What would y'all say then? Y'all wouldn't like that. It wouldn't be okay. It wouldn't be cool if they was running over there with the damn Kung Lao Mortal Kombat hat on, kissing the Great Wall of China. Y'all ass would be mad. Don't give me that shit tonight. Don't give me that shit tonight. I ain't with it. Be mad, leave, unsubscribe. I'm calling this shit out tonight. Fuck that. Fuck that. How does this make you feel? Somebody said it doesn't, you don't see a problem. That's cool, Brian. Brian doesn't see a problem. You know, you don't see a problem, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Does it look crazy? Yes. Seems kind of wild, doesn't it? Let me open up the phone lines, man. You said, can I move on with my thought? No, I'll move on when I get good and ready, man. I'll move on when I get ready, man. Straight up. Hold on. This shit is crazy, man. Let me get in the Pete Hegseth talking about this damn Qatar deal, man. They want me to move on from this shit. They don't like this. This have people scratching their head, looking around like, damn. They don't like that. Let me get that off the screen before y'all get too upset, man. Get the reporting and shit.
Trump could have achieved the peace that what we believe will be a lasting peace in Gaza, and Qatar played a substantial role from the beginning, working with our folks to ensure that came about. So I want to thank you for that historic peace. I look forward to joining the president as that gets, it's already been delivered, but as that's formally signed as well. And I'm also proud that today we're signing a letter of acceptance to build a Qatari Emiri Air Force facility at the Mountain Home Air Base in Idaho. Location will be...
I didn't make that damn picture. That picture going viral. You want to see the damn post, man? That picture is going viral. I didn't make that shit, man. I got kids, man. I do other shit, man. I didn't make that picture. Let's see how many views this picture got, chat. This shit at 105,000 views. It says, I hate how China controls all of our politicians. They make them go touch the Great Wall of China and swear allegiance to the CCP. I didn't make this photo. I just brought it to your attention because I was like, you know what? That's an analogy for your ass. I'm sorry it makes you uncomfortable. It's a lot of subjects that we talk about over here that make me a little bit uncomfortable. You know what? It's all right. You live to fight another day. Straight up, man. Let's get back to this video, man. I don't give a damn if y'all uncomfortable about this shit. Y'all don't care when I'm uncomfortable.
No one other than President Trump could have achieved the peace that what we believe will be a lasting peace in Gaza, and Qatar played a substantial role from the beginning, working with our folks to ensure that came about. So I want to thank you for that historic peace. I look forward to joining the president as that gets, it's already been delivered, but as that's formally signed as well. And I'm also proud that today we're signing a letter of acceptance to build a Qatari Emiri Air Force facility at the Mountain Home Air Base.
Y'all know, right? This administration and a lot of people like to bring the IQ thing up, right? Pattern recognition is a big component of your IQ. It's a big portion of the IQ is pattern recognition. And I see some of you motherfuckers cannot recognize a pattern here, man. You cannot see an analogy. It's just either concrete for you or you're oblivious to it. And that's all right. That's all right. That is okay. I get it. We'll just leave it there. I get it.
In Idaho, location will be host a contingent of Qatari F-15s and pilots to enhance our combined training, increase lethality, interoperability. It's just another example of our partnership. And I hope you know, Your Excellency, that you can count on us. No one other than President Trump could have achieved the peace that what we believe will be a lasting peace in Gaza. And Qatar played a substantial role from the beginning working.
Trump got peace in Gaza, and since Qatar played a big role, they just get to come over here and train and fly airplanes, had 300 people over here and shit, while they still got ties with Iran, which we just fucking bombed Iran, while they're the #1 financier of Hamas, because they were integral in getting peace in Gaza. We just let them do whatever the fuck they want over here, man. America first.
Our folks to ensure that came about. So I want to thank you for that historic piece. We look forward to joining the president as that gets. It's already been.
Get somebody else to do it. That's where I'm at. With get somebody else to do it.
Delivered, but as that's formally signed as well. And
that's the difference. Everybody's talking about, oh, Singapore, oh, Poland, plug. We do this shit all the time with foreign. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. We're talking about Qatar, close ties to Iran, right? We just bombed their ass. We talking about Hamas, right? We talking about the #1 funder. The U.S. Treasury Department put it out there that they were the #1 funder for Hamas, right?
So proud that today we're announcing, we're signing a letter of acceptance to build a Qatari Emiri Air Force facility at the mountain.
And then y'all want to come in here, the same motherfuckers coming in here talking about I'm tripping or getting on this damn mad at the picture I just showed or whatever. Y'all the same motherfuckers that say we're being invaded. We're being invaded by these radicals. We're being invaded. Well, you want to let some motherfucking people come over there and fly some damn planes? Crazy, bro. Crazy. After 9/11? Crazy, bro. Crazy. And why we just bombed Iran? Crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all ass cooked, bro. Y'all ass cooked.
Location will be host a contingent of Qatari F-15s and pilots to enhance our combined training, increase lethality, interoperability. It's just another example of our partnership. And I hope you know, Your Excellency, that you can count on us. No one other than President Trump could have achieved.
I'm invaded by Israel. Hell, we occupied by their ass too. They should do it. Hell, let Israel train the Qatari fighters, man. Hell, we doing it for? Shit. Get somebody else to do it.
Qatar, unfortunately, has historically been a funder of terrorism. Very high level.
2017, Qatar has historically been a funder of terrorism at a very high level. A $400 million jet and helping secure peace for another country, get your ass in the door, man. So we got a baseline now, chat. If you ever want to know what you needed to get what the fuck you want in life, you need about $400 million and some negotiating skills. And you get the fuck you want out here, man.
And in the wake of that conference, nations came together and spoke to me about confronting Qatar over its behavior. So we had a decision to make. Do we take the easy road, or do we finally take a hard but necessary action? We have to stop the funding of terrorism. I decided, along with Secretary of State Tillerson, our great generals and military people, the time had come to call on Qatar to end its funding. They have to end that funding. The nation of Qatar, unfortunately, has historically been a funder of terrorism.
All I can do is laugh at some of this shit, bro. Some of this shit, all I can do is laugh at, chat. Like, what, bro? I'm finna open up the phone lines, chat. Yeah, I'm finna go and open up the phone lines before we even get into the rest of the show. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear from y'all. How y'all feel about this? Y'all listen to me rant for about 40 minutes, so I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear from y'all. I don't care if the USA got a base in Qatar. So what? That's what the fuck's supposed to be going on. This shit is a one-way street. It's been a one-way street. It need to keep being a one-way street, man. What is we talking about? Ain't no reciprocal shit around here, man. Since when has we been a reciprocal nation, man? We just heard Trump saying that they've been getting down on us for so long and we gotta, impose the same. When have we been reciprocal, man? We care about the shit we care about. We don't care about the shit we don't, man. I don't give a damn if we got a base over there, man. Fuck that. Fuck that, man. The phone line's open, man. Y'all can call in. This shit been a one-way street, man. Oh, the number I just posted it. Hold on, I'm finna pin it. Let me pin the number, chat. Alright, the number's pinned. Somebody just called. Hold on.
Hello?
What's going on now?
Hey, Plug.
I got you calling on another line too.
Oh, no, I was just trying to call in. I saw that you opened the lines. We just were calling at the same time.
Okay. No, it's the exact same number. I don't know if you...
I know. We just were calling at the same
okay.
time. Great minds, Plug.
Oh, okay. How you feeling about this, Shell?
Oh, Plug. Oh, my goodness. So many things. I was in the hospital again today, so you're breaking some of this news to me, and I'm yelling at my phone like you're yelling at your phone. So there's been a lot of things. Well, I've talked about it on your show a bit. I'll call it out. I'm not. I tend to be on the right, but I'll call out the right.
Correct.
I don't care. I'm too honest. I don't care. If I don't like it, I'll tell you I don't like it. I don't care. Okay? Equal opportunity in that regard. All right? Bad is if you can't be honest about what is BS, okay? If you can't be honest about what is BS, regardless of, right, then you're just not being honest. This is crap. Pete is a vet. He is a combat vet. He should know, all right, from his service, hand, all right, ever want anything on U.S. soil. We protect the homeland.
Okay, Stacey, I'm going to pick up your call next, Stacey. I'm going to call you back after I get off this one. Go ahead, Shell.
Okay, so you never want, I'm trying to get all my thoughts out. Qatar has been under terrorism recently, okay? Recently. It's not like, oh my gosh, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, prior administration. No. They've had issues with it recently. I'm so mad I'm shaking. I'm shaking. This is so dumb. When you put a military installation on it, you've got to fund the military installation, you've got to keep the troops in there, you've got to do everything that we do in all of these other countries, which, by the way, if you understand that when every country that we have a military installation in, we also have an agreement with that nation, which means that we send money to that nation, everything goes into that, okay? We provide security for that nation. We have to do things for that country, for every single installation, forward operating base, everything, unless we're there because of combat or we are there for war, okay? But if we are providing, like in Germany or wherever, if we have an installation, we are giving them something, and we are providing security.
Right, like what? Hold on, where was that? Wasn't that in Pensacola, chat? Where was it? The Saudi guy shot up them people. Chat, was that not in Pensacola? Europe, let me know. Well, didn't something happen in Pensacola, right? Where they was training the Saudis and the dude tripped out and shot like 3 people, and that's when they changed the vetting process. I'm asking, chat. Go ahead, Cheryl.
I don't remember all that, so I don't like to speak to things.
No, go ahead. I'm saying you can go ahead on what you were talking about. They're gonna answer me in the chat.
So, with regards to Qatar, okay, like I know people personally who have been in Qatar, who have served in Qatar, like and things to that nature. Okay. The thing is, great. You can go to Qatar. You can travel in Qatar. You can do all that. It's not a bad place, but there are bad things that happen there at the same time. Okay, they do not have the same value system that we have here, which means they will not assimilate to the United States. If you go to Qatar and you behave like an American, you are treated. You're not treated the way you think you're going to get treated. Okay, if you want to go over there and act like you're in SoCo or in Florida on spring break, and you want to go do that in Qatar, you're gonna FAFO real quick. The thing is, we want to put Qatari Air Force Base, which is something you need to know about the Air Force. Each branch, we give each branch a hard time. Sisters in arms can do that. The thing about the Air Force that you need to understand that is so key and important and vital about the Air Force, the Air Force controls the air. If you don't think that this isn't a strategic military strategy for Qatar, you are wrong, and you need to hear me when I tell you this.
Iran got a proxy on U.S. soil. What is we talking about? Turkey, Iran. Well, they here. Spying is going to be a lot easier. Think about the backhand conversations they're going to be having, working in close proximity to these soldiers all the time, man. Let's just be real, man. People like to fucking talk, man.
Right. Well, yeah, okay, that's going to be a problem. I'll get to that. But this is what you need to understand about the military angle I'm trying to get to. And they didn't choose an army. They didn't say, oh, we want a Qatar Army base, right? We want a Qatar Marine base. We want to do it. We want to do a naval base on the east and west coast. No, you know why they chose an Air Force base, Plug?
What?
Because then they can say, oh, we're going to be doing reconnaissance. We're going to be doing practice missions. We're going to be flying over all of these areas all over the United States in this region. Sorry, yeah, don't worry. We're just flying our people all over these, because in the air, you control the air. And this is one of the most vital things you need to understand about the Air Force. This is why they're pivotal, and this is why we're freaking good at what we do. So they could be flying over anything that we're doing. And by the way, they could also be knowing what we're doing, because they're a military base.
And let me tell you this, Cheryl. It's not far from a nuclear facility.
It's not.
Right there by the nuclear facility.
I lived in northern Utah. So you
Oh,
know,
hold
I
on,
have a
Shell.
border.
I'm gonna let you call back in. I got a couple people on the call, but before you get off, Darking made a good point. He said China owns a land a lot around a lot of our bases. Did y'all not see the move China pulled today? Trump came out. China allegedly sent out a message to all the nations saying that they're finna, be really restrictive and do some different shit. So in turn, Trump got on Truth Social and said we're putting 100% tariffs on China on top of what's already put. So my question was, how many shorts do you think went out before that Truth Social post went out? How many shorts? Because we had 1.6 trillion wiped out of the market today off of a fucking Truth Social post. Off of a Truth Social post, we had 1.6 trillion wiped out of the market. 401ks lost damn near 3% today. Bitcoin lost 10% today. China liquidated all of their Bitcoin too. Allegedly. So you can speak on that just a little bit, Shell, if you would like to, before I get to the next caller. I got like 4 people calling.
Okay, here's something you have to understand. We are good. We're good at many things. We're good at many things. Military, we're really good at military. We are giving up a massive advantage if we do this. If we do this, we're giving up the one thing that we have always held, which is our soil is sacred. We don't have any bases here because our soil is sacred. The fact that Pete, combat veteran, is the one releasing this and basically popping the cherry and saying, don't worry, we're going to give Qatar a base, right? This is ignorance. This is blissful ignorance. This is incompetence. And I guarantee you, every veteran who knows, and any veteran family, and every civilian who is smart enough to understand how stupid this is. I don't care, right, left, in between. It doesn't matter, because if you're smart, you know you don't invite the enemy to breakfast. Okay? You don't. And we're giving them a homestead. Okay? Now, as far as the Bitcoin thing, the thing is that multiple ways to destroy your enemy. And when we give an advantage like we are giving right now, which bringing Qatar in, we're bringing our enemy in.
Shell, the chat's asking who's on the call. Tell them what's your name and where you from so they can know. We got a lot of first timers in here too.
Hi. First of all, welcome, guys. My name's Shell. It's Shell Angel. Usually I'm in the chat. I've been here for a hot minute, and I'm from Indiana. And I'm sorry. I'm really worked up on this. This was an administration that I supported. I didn't agree with everything, but this was an administration I supported. But I always call what I see. It doesn't matter. That's not how I roll. But the thing is that I will tell you is that there are multiple ways to destroy your enemy. And China is, listen, in my personal opinion, China has probably got 10, maybe 15 years left as a country because they made really bad decisions. They made horrific decisions like 30 years ago with the one baby rule. And with that, a lot of people chose to only have male children. If they could only have one, they only wanted males.
Correct.
With that, the women have the children. Okay? So that has stretched their populace to the brink. Okay? And because of that, they're struggling to catch up, but unfortunately, I think that it is to the point where it's on the brink of collapse. Well, now...
Well, they already had Evergrande. What was that? Evergrande collapsed over there like 2022. They still got big cities over there that are empty and everything. So China already ripped the Band-Aid off. We still are sitting on that commercial real estate bubble. China's commercial real estate bubble popped like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah. Well, and it's not just the real estate bubble. I know and I understand that they stopped the one baby rule. But the problem with this is that even if you have a baby, it takes a certain period of time to raise a baby. And if you have a baby, you don't know if it's going to be a boy or a girl. Well, girls are the ones to reproduce. Well, they took all of those generations where they would only allow one. Well, now they'll allow you to have multiple babies, but now they're stretched so thin that they're trying to play catch up, but you still have 10, 20 years to raise that child. And that doesn't account for miscarriages, the children that don't make it, and it still takes 9 months to grow a baby. You can only play catch up when you have obliterated generations of children, okay? The problem is there are environmental problems that are hitting China on top of the now crippling financial things that are hitting China, and and then honestly the government is collapsing from within in China. And unless something drastically changes within that country in the next 10, maybe 15 years, which is what, another generation or so, they are really struggling. If you don't really know the infrastructure that's going on there, you don't really. So honestly, I don't want that to happen. They're not an ally, but I don't want any person to suffer like that. That's not my heart.
I appreciate it though, Shell. Let me get to the next caller, so you can call back in. No, I do got people calling.
Yep. All right. Thanks
All right, Shell. You have a good night, man, and I'm glad you called in. Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you too.
All right now.
Bye.
All right, I think this one is Stacy, and I got one more person to call back. That might be Carlos. Top Cat says she telling the truth for sure.
Has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone.
All right, chat. The phone line's open. Let me try to call this one.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on now? What's your name? Tell the chat what's your name and where you calling from.
My name is Anonymous, and I'm calling from anonymous location.
Okay, now. What's up, Anonymous?
I have, I guess, more like questions just to get your thought on this.
Okay.
So, when it comes to the military, what's the significance of them changing the name from soldier to warrior? Because
Department of Defense. So when you're on defense, it's like you're just here to defend, and then when you turn to war is war. So basically, it's putting it back to the warriors. That's where it goes with that rhetoric, where he said like warriors deserve to have the best barracks and all of that. So it's just a mindset thing. It's like instead of us being on the defense all the time, it's like nah, this is the Department of War. We're not gonna be on defense all the time. Sometimes we gotta go on the offensive. So it's just kind of It used to be called the Department of War. Then they changed it to the Department of Defense. So they're really just changing it back.
Okay, thank you for explaining that. And then my next question or just thought is think that they're mentally, they, as in whoever we want to say they are mentally trying to break down our warriors or soldiers so then they can turn around and then kind of have some type of mind control over them. Because when you take away my finances, when you take away my food, then I become weak, right? So now the only thing I can think about is my family and kind of survivor mode.
I would say no. This is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say they've already been doing that in a different way, Anonymous. I would say now the soldiers that are not getting paid and that are at the food banks right now, that's what would you call that, collateral damage for the Epstein files. Because once they open back up the government, the Epstein files is the first thing on the agenda. They say the Democrats got the vote that they need to bring the Epstein files forward. So I think that that's kind of collateral damage. But when it goes to the veterans, though, I think that that's why veterans don't get the assistance that they need. I think that's why so many veterans are homeless and on the streets and end up getting either addicted to drugs or just being in a very bad situation, is because if something happens and they have to, get serious with the domestic population, the people they don't want to go against is the veterans. they're going to be the ones that have the military mindset. They're going to be the ones who know how to use the weapons or how to survive in the wilderness. So that they're not just rushing to help those veterans that are homeless and needy. And I believe that's the reason. That's a theory.
Okay. All right. And then my last question is, Qatar base coming to America and supposedly, I wouldn't say supposedly, when you're fact checking, Qatar is one of the ones who kind of do these terrorist attacks. Do you think this is some type of way to kind of show Israel like a slick handedly, like we getting ready for you? Like I don't know.
I kind of
feel
done
like
my research on it. So it's been in talk since, and from my research, at least 2022.
Okay.
So that wouldn't put it all, we can't place all the blame on this admin. But this admin could have stopped it and let it go through. So in 2022, they were talking about training the Qatari fighters at that base. But Trump and his admin, I'm assuming, I got to do a little more research because this is breaking. They took what was already, quote unquote, supposed to happen and just made the deal differently. They made it to where Qatar is paying for all of this stuff, so it's ongoing Qatari money coming in. They made it to where it was Trump profited the quote-unquote $400 million jet that the taxpayers got to put another whatever into it to retrofit it and make it safe for him, which they're saying he's going to donate to his presidential library once he leaves office, so it will be his, quote-unquote. I don't know, allegedly. But he made, Biden administration already had it in play. Trump profited off of it. So we can't put all of this on Trump. Even though I've been going off, chat, I have to clarify it. From my research, this has been in talk since at least 2022.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that's all I have. Those 3 questions, that's all I have, and you did a good job answering it. So definitely keep listening in. Thank you.
I thank you for Anonymous. I'll hear from you next time. I hope you subscribe to the channel. All right.
Well, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, chat, man. The phone line's open. We'll take a couple more callers, then we'll get to the show. Back to the show. Dang, man. This is crazy, chat. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. We are trying to hit 40,000 subscribers on this stream, man. We are about 34 subscribers away. Can we get a quick 34 subscribers? We go live every single day over here talking current events, politics, and entertainment. Please subscribe to the channel, man. Damn, Buster, you said no? You don't want to subscribe to the channel? That's crazy, Buster. I thought you'd been subscribed. Let's see. All right, chat. We're going to move on in the show while we wait on a call. All right, so this was crazy too. This goes to back to the Charlie Kirk situation. It's just a guy who did some research on the hold on.
From Total Life Changes, distributor Lorette.
What's going on, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Lo, and I'm calling from Texas.
Okay,
Hello,
now.
how are you?
I'm doing well, and how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing okay. Can you hear me pretty good?
Yes, chat, press 1 if you can hear the caller good. Okay, how you feeling about tonight's topics?
Well, I'm sorry I did come in a little late, and I hear that you're talking about Qatar or what have you. But I have, it's on the same lines, but just entertain me for 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Trump, we know, is doing a power grab, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard it. Wait a minute. Let me ask. I've never been on here. Is it okay to say.
Yeah, I'm what you call a centrist. I'm the voice of the politically homeless. That's what they dub me out here, the voice of the politically homeless. So we call out the left and the right for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And tonight, I'm upset. I'm upset, man.
Okay. Well, I am also, and it all started when I heard this comedian, and he put it in perspective in a way that I had not thought of it before. But he was talking about this power grab. Now, to me, and I speak my opinion, it seems like Trump is really doing a power grab, and he has speeded it up because the comedian said when power is taken, it's not returned. So if we allow him to take this power, we're never going to get it back. So he said that Putin was elected at first, but then he took power, and now they're a dictatorship. And I cannot understand why are we allowing this man, and I know it's to cover up, because if you have 34 felons, these Epstein files come out, whatever, he is trying to hurry up because the people are wanting these files, but of course we know he does 25 million billion distractions all day long, but the distraction process is run out. We are tired of the distractions. So what he's got to do is go ahead and the power to me, and I'm just a layman, I don't know, I'm not up there with anyone doing anything, but from what I can see, it just looks like all those suits up there, all those people, other people with platforms and power, and I know it's the courts or Supreme Courts or whatever, but why are we allowing him to do this? He's just and once he takes this power, he's not giving it back. I don't want to live under a dictatorship. Is there anything anybody can do to this man? Why can he just get away with everything? He can do whatever he want to do. And they pay him to do stuff. This TV station or whatever giving him $15 million. These folks over here giving him $400 million. Just the whole world is just bowing at his feet. Somebody tell me why? And then I hate the fact that he gets to say, ooh, I did this. He will be patting himself on the back for every time you see him from now on because of this war that he stopped this war with Hamas and them. He stopped that, right? So now we got to hear this for the next 3 years.
So this is what I'm going to say to your comment. You had a question. You said, what was the actual question? Or you did have a question in there?
Oh, did I? I just don't know who these people with all these platforms. I look at all these distinguished people in the world, and nobody can stop it.
Okay, so this is what it is. We do have a constitution set in place. I do not think Trump would be president forever, a dictator. I think that Trump's setting it up for the GOP, for the Republicans. I think Trump's changing the game politically. I think that it's more of it's a money grab as well. I feel like the first time he couldn't really do what he wanted to do. I feel like when you break down what's going on, allegedly, they seen that pill that was on his desk while he was doing that speech, and doctor zoomed in on it, and it was basically like a Viagra type pill, but they were saying he wasn't taking it for that kind of reason. He was taking it because he has like a congestive heart failure. That's where you see the patch on his hand because he's probably getting that IV. So I don't think Trump wants to be president forever. But I do think it's a money grab. His net worth is skyrocketed. Also, he's doubling down. He's grabbing the farmland, allegedly. But J.D. Vance is grabbing the farmland for sure. But he's getting the crypto. He's talking about putting shit on the Gaza Strip. I don't think that Trump wants to be dictator. I think that that's a talking point. I think that Trump wants to pass on his legacy. I think Trump wants his son to lead this country one day, honestly.
Please no. Okay.
That's me though, that's just my opinion. Now, what else can I say?
And the world is made, well, we'll say at least part of the world is made.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But oh well, this is where we are, so we'll just take it one day at a time. I still know that God is in control. And I have a real opinion, but I probably can't go to that opinion. I'm the person who has a philosophy of opinion on everything. And what is happening with the world, because we know nothing can happen unless, and I don't know your platform, but unless God allows it. So if God is allowing this, I have an idea of the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
To continue until he's finished doing what he's doing. We'll go back to, and then we'll go on to, and so on and so forth. But anyway, thank you so much for taking my call. I guess I can go to bed now.
All right, now.
I enjoy what I've heard. Thank you.
Okay, now, I hope you subscribe to the channel and give us a call back one day.
I will. I'm going to have to save it to my screen because, like I said, it's my first time, so I'll get into it, but I will. Thank you, dear. You have a great evening.
Okay, you as well.
Hello?
Listen,
Can you hear me?
Hold on. Shroom Daddy, Trump's net worth did not go down, and him forfeiting his presidential salary is $400,000. Do you know how much Ethereum Trump has bought? Do you know how many products Trump has bought? Trump made $400,000 off the shoes, the watch, the Bible, the whatever. Like, you're talking about a $400,000 presidential salary. Like, let's be real, Shroom. Then you said his net worth went down. No fucking way, bro. He came in worth like $500 million, and now he's worth like $7 billion. Like, well, what are you talking about, dude? Well, today he lost some money because the markets crashed, but before then he was up like $6-7 billion, bro. Chill out. And that's not hating. That's just the facts. Like, I'm not one of those people that are upset with, promoting products and shit. I would rather you use your platform to promote products than insider trade. Just being honest. Go ahead, Top K.
Hey, what up, bud? You've been on it, and I'm sorry I'm on your same thing. I'm pissed, but I understand it a different way, like fast callers came on here, and like I always say, y'all mad at me for what I say. I've been saying it for months and months. Or that everybody else can't put together what the fuck I've been saying, but this exactly it. I knew about Qatar, about all these situations way ahead of time. You guys are finally getting up. You know what I'm saying?
You cutting out a little bit, Top Cat.
Yeah, let me move it this way. Y'all are looking at capitalism's face. Looking at the face of capitalism. Capitalism's been hiding behind all these different movements and all these different things. Now you're looking at capitalism's face. Seeing that our morals and our values and what we call ourselves as a nation all being put into a point of being digested by capitalism and faith coming out and showing exactly what it is. Yeah, we can fight each other. We didn't have civil war. We didn't have all these different things that's going on. And then all our people are being put into a subject of a situation where other countries and our proxies are ruling it. Qatar's been a proxy. Israel's been a proxy. A proxy attacked another proxy, and that's what made peace. But they hit Palestine this whole time, and it meant nothing. So as soon as Israel hit Qatar, now there's a peace situation going on. Y'all seeing this. Y'all seeing this, and the only thing that got affected was our money, our 401, our situation. Are y'all seeing this as what y'all call yourself so-called Americans? Because I don't call myself an American. I call myself a United States citizen. I ain't been an American. This skin has stopped me from being an American. Always put me in a different position, but I've been a United States citizen, and I roll with my people, and I'm not even mad at Trump, because there's some people, I talk to a lot of people that have shown me a lot of stuff where even though this is going on, Trump is just a figure too. He's exposing If he's doing what people say he's doing, he's exposing all these situations that's been going on. Mad at him. Now that it's being exposed, what are you going to do? Sit up there and look at the situation and say that they're pushing out people that are serving you, doing stuff. Yeah, there's criminals out here. They need to get out. But we're pushing out all these people, and we're going to let in known terrorists. We're going to let in known people. Check his bloodline. Trump's bloodline. See if it goes back to these people. See if it goes back to Turkish. I've been seeing some comments in there that's sitting up there saying what they're saying. Do y'all know what Asian truly is? Do you know about the Golden Horde? Know where white, so-called, what they come up with, this white people thing comes from? It doesn't come from Europe. It comes from Asia, y'all. These systems come from Asia. These systems of people and degradation and these nation states and all that, it comes from Asia. That's why they call them Eurasians, y'all. Y'all really even understanding the word? Eurasian. You understand this. That's why I said I'm going to get on here and try to give y'all a little bit of knowledge about what's really going on. Oh, it's Europe. That's the place. Those people that's in Europe are Eurasians. Yeah, I'm sorry if y'all mad at me. Be mad. I don't give a flying. Me and Jose been kicking it today, so I'm going to speak frank. You know, I'm standing on this Shabbat. I'm going to speak frank. Eurasians. You got Turkey. You got all these different places. Armenians, all. They are Eurasians. Right, the same people. If they claim to be anything, they're going to claim to be what you call white people. All right, so when we go into the Argentinian situation, are y'all looking at what's going on? Germany ran to Argentina. Before Germany ran to Argentina, do y'all know who ran to Argentina? Civil War? The same Southerners ran straight to that place. It's been changed from being indigenous and so-called, well, I'm going to call it straight indigenous, but I'm going to tell y'all the other end. They say that it's Africans or whatever. That was 70% then. They all got killed off, and all Germans and Eurasians inhabit that place right now. That's why when it comes to the soccer games, they're throwing bananas out there and whatever. How could you throw bananas when it's your people? Do that. It's been taken over. It's 90% of these Germans and Eurasians now. Okay, white and blue, all that you want. So there's the money being dedicated. He ain't dedicating money to no natives. Dedicating money to all those people. That country has been taken over for the last 200 years. Not just talking. Go do your. It's after dark, right, Blood?
Yeah.
Go do your fucking research.
Here we go.
Go do your fucking research. This Top Cat speaking. Go do your fucking research. I'm not lying to you. Call me a fake. Call me a liar. Go do your fucking research. And watch what they did to the native people. Keep dedicating this much money to them. Look, ain't no native people, no people with skin colors that are any different than got any fucking reparations. So let me tell you, he ain't sending $20 fucking billion down there to anybody that's native. Most taking over country in South America. That's why he's sending $20 fucking billion down. That's been the proxy. Check fucking Trump's blood. It's gonna go all the way back to Qatar. This, like they've been saying in there, all this goes through bloodlines. Nobody understands that all these wars have been fought between families that are one fucking family fighting each other. And we're all sitting here fighting. Why do y'all think that these conquistadors go to other countries and change the whole country to their name? Y'all don't get this? That ain't your name. I'm a Smith. I'm a this. I'm a that. How can fucking all these people be one fucking thing and there's this many daddies? Time it changes, it should be changing with the father. They take over plantations, they colonize, they change whole countries. Oh, this is Cortez. This is what? How many of y'all got Cortez names sitting up here? Oh, I'm Spanish, or I'm Hispanic, or I'm Latino, with all these same names, but you're not recognizing nobody that put down the dirt and did the work for you because you all came under one name, just like that fucking blanket that poisoned all your people. You came under one fucking thing. I'm frank to y'all now because I'm pissed off just like Blood is. Kids are going to be affected by this. And fuck all that. Where's our pride at? You're going to kick out the people I've been living next door to. to bring in some motherfuckers I don't even fucking know nothing about them, what they care about or whatever, and tell them that they have carte blanche across everything. More pride than I got more pride for even the Southerners that hated my motherfucking skin than that. At least we here squabbing together. Who the fuck is these motherfuckers? Over here and they gonna fly their planes. They're gonna spy over us. They can leave their chemtrails over us. They can do whatever they're over us. But you're kicking out the people that's been here with us for the last fucking 50 years. The first thing when I told everybody, Plug, you probably remember, I told them, how in the fuck South Africans that's getting kicked out, we're going to give them carte blanche over here, and they get mad at hate. Have Haitian cities over here or whatever that fought for their own shit. These people ain't even fighting. They're running from the shit. And we're going to give them land? That was the first fucking key. We're going to give them everything? No, I don't hate nobody or just have disparage about nobody. I don't want nobody. Truthfully, I think everybody should care for their neighbor. But when it comes down to this nation shit, it comes down to these border shit, all full of fucking shit. Afrikaners get to come over. Now Qatar gets to do this. But you're going to kick out the people that actually, these people actually have fucking European blood in them. Kicking them out and bringing in these other Europeans that you feel are pure, or you feel that are more aligned or are going to assimilate with you. All this, as mad as I am, I'm mad as a United States citizen. As a biblical figure sitting on this Shabbat, this is exactly what the Most High said with Africans. Anger the meek, and they will come through, knock off the head of the fake Israel. And I've been telling everybody, nobody makes a decision in Israel. They make the decisions in America for what's going on in Israel. Netanyahu is America's proxy. Got attacked once, and everything changed. There's over 20 to 30,000 kids dead in Palestine, and nothing changed. Qatar, they dropped a couple bombs, and now we're on a peace situation. Are you guys seeing this? Is anybody seeing this? Bring your fucking eyes. That's what I'm telling you. They got you thinking that woke means that you're going to cut off your dick or put your titties in some different situation and strap your titties to themselves or nothing. No, woke was what it was supposed to be. It's mentioned in Deuteronomy. It's mentioned in Revelation. That's where woke comes from. They didn't took the word and tried to transfer it. And even Trump has stood up there and tried to use this situation. Woke has nothing to do with that. Woke has to the people, the true people being woke up. It has nothing to do with nothing else. So I'm giving y'all game. Y'all don't want to listen to this? Then fuck you in your ass. Who cares? I'm giving you game. You can either take it or leave it. And I'm not telling you to just fucking sit up here and take it. Go research what I'm saying. You can go to Revelation. Woke is something. I will wake up my remnant. They took the word and tried to they took the rainbow. They took the covenant. They took the covenant and tried to make it something else. Don't let that happen to you if you're truly trying to understand what's going on. I'm sorry to tell y'all can get mad if you're on here and you're Asian. I'm sorry. I got all these bloods that I'm talking about in every way mixed in my body. So I'm talking about myself just the same as anybody else. I'm sorry if you don't think so. The Golden Horde out of Siberia, these different things, those are your white people. You can go look it up right now. There's blue-eyed people in Europe, but they dark-skinned with straight hair. When it comes to the blonde-haired, blue-eyed people that came through and they're slaughterers and colonizers, and the Most High said he hated them because they tore up, they did every abomination through God out of Siberia. They're called the Golden Horde. They're Turkish. They're all those different people that took over anything that came to them. I'm just going to tell you the fucking truth. This is the truth. Years and years of my studying. That blood is in me and every other person that didn't have their motherfucking mama raped too. Grandparents and their ancestors raped too. It's all in all of us. But what are you going to come to see? Anybody understands that you do not let the fucking enemy in the house. Even if I deal with my enemy. Why would I let him in my house? Now you're letting bring him in the house. So understand what Trump did. He declared the 400 years of slavery being over. He declared it. He's the one that declared it. Then after that, he went and changed the capital, Israel, over there, and they gave him all kinds of accolades for it. Are y'all seeing this shit? Now everybody's sitting up here scared that he's going to go beyond anything that's ever happened in American history and make sure that he can have another term. His mission. Y'all not seeing this? That's what I'm saying. I'm keeping it on a different level because I want to talk on every single different pinpoint to get everybody to understand it's bigger than what the fuck you're seeing. Don't tell me you're Christian. Don't tell me that you're agnostic. Don't tell me whatever, and you're not looking at exactly what's going on. This Bible is telling you what the hell is going on right in your face. The power of this nation of iniquity is leaving in your face. You're watching the person that's giving away the power that's been over all these other jurisdictions right now leaving. You're seeing it happen. So you either got skin in the game or you don't. You either know who you are or you don't. People can call it racist, they can call it whatever, but it is what it is. You can't change it. You can call it what you want. You are not powerful enough. Nothing in this game. You are a fucking clothespin in this game. You don't know what it is. You better find out what the tree you need to be hanging on. You better find out the leaf you need to be on, the branch and the roots that you need to be on, and where you choose. Right now, it's choosing the sides between good and evil. I don't know whether Trump is good or evil. He might be exposing this stuff, or he might be a part of it. It doesn't matter to me. It shows me where I need to be. And I need to love my neighbor no matter who it is, and whoever joins onto this and looks to the good of people and the rightness and the righteousness in life. Everybody else doesn't matter. Why do we have somebody over here before we can come over here and have somebody over here trying to live? These people are coming over here trying to live and make a better life for themselves. We rather kick them out and have other people coming here and train for fucking war. If you think that's Christian, if you think that's Israelite, if you think that's Catholicism, if you think that's Buddha, something is fucking wrong with you. And that's all I got to say, Flood.
All right, Top Cat, man. I appreciate you for calling in, man. We'll see you on the next one.
Man, I'm sorry, man. I'm up on this shit, too. I got kids. I got 17 fucking grandkids. And I want them to live life with their people and their neighbors around them. I teach them to love thy neighbors. It has nothing to do with skin. It has nothing to do with whatever. If they fall off and take their ass in a different direction, that's what it is. But you know where the fuck to head. It's a thin and straight and narrow line. Everybody doesn't make it, but you treat everybody the fucking same. But when it comes to it, war and peace, and you're sitting up here saying somebody is selling fucking fruit and they got to get out of here, and you're going to come bring somebody over here to learn how to fucking fly planes that drop nukes and kill people, if y'all don't see the fucking difference, you're stupid as fuck. And I'm telling you to your fucking face. Much love, Plug. Thank you for letting me get that shit out. I'm just releasing some shit my goddamn self, bro.
All right, Top Cat. No, man, you listen, man. You ain't gotta apologize, man, like for that, man. That is crazy, man. That is crazy.
Training to kill you. They're training to kill you. They're training to kill your fellow fucking people around you. And they're training to kill. Why would we bring somebody over here to fucking kill before we would let somebody sell a fucking pie down? Understand what the fuck's going on, man. Something's wrong, bro. I'm looking at my face. You don't believe in these 10 commandments? Something's wicked about your ass. Man, much love, Plug. Keep pushing up. And y'all double tap. Get this man his fucking props. You mad over what he's saying? Then dispute it. Double tap still, because he'll let you dispute it. Everybody else is fucking punk ass, bust their ass bitch. 100.
All right, Top Cat. Okay, snap the night, y'all, man. Look, chat. Listen. What I'm going to say is this. I am for securing our borders. And when I say securing our borders, I don't want these motherfuckers over here training either. I ain't gonna lie, man. When y'all be like, oh, Plug, well, we been over there. I don't care. I don't care. This shit been a one-way street. yes, I will be honest, and I will tell y'all that from my research, this has been in place since 2022 when the last administration was in place. So I can't deny that. We got a couple administrations to blame for this shit. Honestly, we got a couple administrations to blame for this shit. Couple administrations to blame for this shit. They sold us out, man. They sold us out a couple years ago, and Trump just switched the terms of the deal, got a jet out the deal. That's all it is. They secured, they had this shit in play a couple years ago. Trump got a jet out that motherfucker. Crazy, man.
Call from Shell.
What's going on, Shell?
Oh, you know what? I felt Tomcat. Tomcat, yep. I felt him.
Man, it's just.
And listen, I know what he was trying to say. Is what I'm saying is I felt what Tomcat was trying to say, and I don't think everyone might have felt it, but I know what he was trying to say. And I'm going to try to help. Okay? Tomcat, you let me know. I can see the comments. You let me know if I'm wrong. So I'm going to try. Okay? And I'm going to give my 2 cents at first because he didn't say this, so I'm going to give my 2 cents first. Ever since Charlie Kirk, the Holy Spirit has fallen across this world in a way I can't even describe. So if you're a person of faith and you have the Holy Spirit within you, you have had to have felt something within you after that, okay? If you don't have the Holy Spirit, I just pray in the name of Jesus that you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. I genuinely, with 100% of my heart, just pray that the Lord reaches out to everybody who hears this, and you'll understand what I mean here in a minute. And you don't have to agree with everything in order for the Lord to call on your life. But after that, I mean, there are people that are having dreams literally in the Middle East right now. They're waking up and accepting Jesus as their Lord and Savior right now, okay? The Holy Spirit is moving. You need to understand about the Word of God is it is alive. It's not just a book. You need to understand this, okay? And 5, okay? Every time you read it, if God wants to tell you something, He will tell you something in it. It's not just words on a page. And there are prophecies that were made thousands of years ago, even thousands of years before Jesus, prophesying His return to like the letter of what was going to happen to Him. And it happened. Then there were prophecies that were made about what is happening now. I need you to understand what I'm talking to you guys about. What are happening right now that we're discussing in this live stream right now are prophecies fulfilled that were prophesied thousands of years ago, okay? The enemy knows that his time, Satan, former Lucifer, whatever you want to, his time is short. He knows it's short. The only way that he can get as many souls to hell as possible is to cause dissension, okay? Cause distraction, cause dissension, cause death, kill, steal, and destroy as many people as possible. That's his purpose, okay? And it's between countries, between families, between races, sexes. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, kill it, steal it, destroy it. It matters. But the Word of God is alive. The Holy Spirit lives. Now, what is key? Prophecies being fulfilled. Now, a lot of people, if you've never heard about the red heifers or the temple being built again in Jerusalem. If you've never heard of these prophecies again, I'm going to talk to you about them briefly, and it's because it's key. It was prophesied red heifers would need to be killed, and that a third temple, the temple was destroyed. I'm going to give you a brief thing. The temple was destroyed by the Romans back in 180-ish. I'm trying to be quick. Now, temple when it comes back, where the Temple Mount is, okay, in Jerusalem, well, in that area, okay. So the third temple will be built there. It can only be built in very, very specific rituals. Keep in mind what I'm saying when I say rituals. Rituals have to be performed. The red heifer being slaughtered had to be a perfect red heifer, slaughtered last month, the first one in 2,000 years, nearly 2,000 years. They have the blood from every other red heifers that were ever slaughtered. Matt, I'm trying to give a very brief synopsis here, okay? I encourage all of you guys to read Isaiah, read Book of Revelation, read, you're more than welcome to come up here. I would love. And it's right next to where I said in that area right next to, but I encourage you all to read it. And also bear in mind I've been to the hospital twice this week and once today. So anyway.
But no, I heard about
really
that being sacrificed. They said it couldn't have less than 10 hairs that wasn't red. It couldn't have more than 10 hairs.
They had 5 of them, and one was slaughtered last month.
Yeah, I know. They said it was only 21 that came through this generation.
They had 5 of them in Israel they had 5 of them that they actually found out were perfect, and one was slaughtered last month. Had to be on the full moon. It had to be it's like I said, everything is very ritualistic. It has to be perfect.
I'm just asking, what the fuck? What this got to do with America, though?
What it has to do? Well, not only America, it's the world. The reason there is so much distension, okay, worldwide, Israel, America, the Middle East, Gaza, everything in the UK, everything that you talk about on this live stream, okay, even everything in the UK when you talk about digital ID. Everyone, and when you talked about all of the bank accounts and everybody's bank account and all the money being stripped away from everyone in Vietnam, you have to understand that all of this is not only a spiritual thing, okay? Because Book of Revelation prophecy is coming to life right now, okay? Right, and that's what Top Cat was trying to get at. Need to get right with Jesus. I'm currently trying to get there. Obviously, I don't know everything, but I know that if you don't speak out boldly and try to let people know, we have to do it. There is no more time. There is zero more time, okay? The Revelation prophecies that are coming to life right now, there is a beast system coming, okay? The beast system, everything that we're all fighting about right now, like, we have to fight against digital ID. We have to fight against,
the timeline been accelerated. The timeline been accelerated. You can tell. They not letting the systems finish.
And the reason that it's accelerated is that, again, Lucifer was an archangel, cast out of heaven. He was an archangel, okay? He knows God. He knows Jesus. He was there. He was, cast out. He knows the Bible, the Scripture, and he has followed every single one of us. Every single one of you are a soul. He knows your mama, your daddy. He knows your grandparents. He knows every single person for generations back to the dawn of time. how to attack you, your family, your kids, everyone spiritually. The only protection that you and your family have is Jesus Christ. Period, point blank, end of story. If you think you're going to fight anything without Jesus Christ, you are spinning your tires. You're spinning your wheels. Satan thought that he was going to take on God. He lost. So who does he attack? God's creation, the Son of Man. His whole thought process is, I will take as many of them to hell as possible. Jesus came down, bled, died on the cross, gave us the Holy Spirit, but you have to choose. You have to choose for you, your children. You have to raise your children up, letting them know Jesus. The Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ, that is your protection. And if you think that you've got any other way, there's no way. The way, the truth, and the life. That is the words of Jesus, red letters. And so everything's being accelerated because guess who knows that his time is running out, and that is Satan. So that is why the UK, in a matter of years, lost their rights. Rights. And that digital ID system is literally basically the onset of the mark of the beast system. Once they get digital ID, that will put everything together. Not just your digital ID, medical records, which means then they'll have your DNA. Then all of your investments, all of your bank accounts will be linked to that digital ID. If you drive down the highway and you speed, well, guess what? It'll be just like it is in China, and that speeding ticket will automatically deduct that ticket or whatever from your bank account. No appeal. Has your DNA, got everything. Everything will be scanned. That's how it works. But it starts slowly. Like, well, if you want to work, you need to have a digital ID. Well, then it merges everything together. Well, I mean, since I think it was 1997 or so, the UK, that's when they disarmed their populace. So in how many, 2 generations? Look what's happened.
Yeah, China got a thing too to where if you your social credit score get too low, they ban you from they ban you from WeChat. So once they ban you from WeChat, you have no way to get paid. So you have no way to get a job or employment. So you end up homeless.
Or food or anything.
Yep, you end up homeless.
Strict everything. Yes.
They say there's so many young homeless people over there because they can't have WeChat. They got banned.
So what I'm saying is the UK has gone from that in a matter of not even 20 years. So the reason it's accelerating, the reason everything is going...
They gave up them guns. They was tripping.
But it's not only that. You have to understand, it's spiritual battle.
Right, but I'm saying as a country, though, once you give up the gun shit, everything else is next.
Right. But what are we doing right now?
Well, we're not giving up our guns.
We're putting an Islamic terrorist country Air Force base in the middle of our country.
Yeah, so it's going to be a false flag will probably come around. That's something's probably going to happen on foreign soil, and they're going to blame that. They're going to be like, well, it was they got the intel from one of the, come on, man.
Right. So,
damn honeypot.
The only thing that you can do is it needs to be Jesus. And there to pray for divine discernment, divine conviction. We need to keep in the Word and keep praying for divine guidance. But the Lord will keep revealing these truths to us. But I'm telling you, if you think you can try to figure this all out, there will be a day when the church is raptured. When the church is raptured, when the mandatory beast system will come into play, where mandatory chips will be absolutely, it'll be absolutely mandatory. So I cannot encourage you enough. Please. And also, if you're not a part of a local church, get in a local church. You're going to need a church community. You're going to need, everyone's like, I don't like church. Listen, nobody likes everybody, but guess what? You're going to need people. You're going to, and it's not, this is division, and I rebuke that spirit in the name of Jesus. You're going to need people. You're not going to like everybody, but you're going to need people in the church, okay? You're going to need people who love the Lord in time, and that time is coming faster and faster. I'm telling y'all.
Hell yeah, man. I know that's right. Well, all right, Shell, we finna get into this next clip, and I appreciate you for calling in.
Okay, no problem, Plug.
All right, now you have a good night, man.
Oh, wait, one more question. Top Cat, how did I do? Did I do okay, Top Cat? I was trying. I know it wasn't perfect, darling, but I was trying. But she's headed in the right direction. Okay, Top Cat, I got you. I tried, darling. I tried. God bless y'all. All right, love you, Plug.
All right, Shell, I love you too.
All right, bye.
All right, man, that's Shell, man. She's been around the channel for a long time, man. Shell always calls in and has a good time when she catches us on live, man. Appreciate you, Shell, for those call-ins, man, giving us that knowledge. This is Alex Jones clip chat. He had Myron over there. And we finna see what he talking about right quick, chat. I'm not gonna lie, that light was getting bright in my face. That's why I ain't got my camera on. That light was getting really bright. I might be a little off the tequila.
No proof. So the attacks come on a migrant demonstration or a black college. You see the setup. But to watch Letitia James, the video I posted on Real Life Shows about an hour ago, put a press release out, a video press release said, oh my God, it's weaponization, it's so terrible. This is so horrible. How dare you do this? Lady, you're the one that did this. One of the many charges in New York he brought against Trump was that Mar-a-Lago was worth $18 million, but he said $200 million on a bank statement. He had people offer $1 billion for it. 2-acre lots go for $200 million next door. The damn thing's worth $1 billion. $200 million on a bank loan. He paid the loan off. The bank said he was a great customer. You have all these houses that you say are primary residences.
He said thing's worth $1 billion.
You say only one person lives there. It's like 4 people and one of them live there. That's tax evasion. By the way, this is just the start of the indictments. Tax evasion, mortgage fraud, it's all coming. Not just bank fraud, not just false statements. So this is all right. See this full report at Infowars.com. Real Life Shows right now. Myron Gaines X, straight ahead in 60 seconds. Stay with us and share the live feeds now. Across the Western world, from Australia to France, the UK, Canada, the US, Antifa has brutally attacked our reporters, killed citizens, murdered federal officers, firebombed federal buildings, shot up ICE facilities. And we're told by Jimmy Kimmel that it doesn't exist. Classic, disgusting gaslighting. Myron Gaines, very popular talk show host, frequent listener of his, and is a conservative political, cultural, and true crime commentator. Host the world's #1 men's.
Y'all think that's a clone? Y'all don't think that's the real Alex Jones? Y'all say the cranium different? Maybe that's why he brought the Hitler stash out to take our mind off of his head. Remember when he popped out with the Hitler stash? See it, what the fuck is you talking about?
Podcast, the Fresh and Fit podcast, former DHS special agent, real estate investor, live on Rumble and YouTube Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Myron Gaines X. And we're going to cover it all. There's so much to hit today, but since I mentioned it, I already played last hour, but I'd love to show you something. Here's Jimmy Kimmel saying Antifa does not exist. We'll tell that to our former reporter who was the White House 2 days ago, Savannah Hernandez, that's been beat up at least 10 times by him. Here it is.
You understand
There's no Antifa. This is an entirely imaginary organization. There is not an Antifa. This is no different than if they announced they rounded up a dozen Decepticons. We've captured the Chupacabra, everyone. And then it was Trump's turn to ratchet up the rhetoric with fiery images.
No, Sid. I appreciate that, Sid, for our Canadian, but don't. Yeah, so Dorsey over there, you said, well, where the fuck Dorsey at? Appreciate that, Sid.
From no one has any idea where.
That's right. There's no violence. They weren't ramming federal vehicles repeatedly in Chicago a few days ago. Myron Gaines, you have great contacts in the DHS still. I mean, this is a major group funded by the Democrats directly. Now they've been declared a domestic, now international terror group. That's taking the gloves off. Great to have you here. Let's tackle this first. Sure. The No Kings protest, Schumer saying he's keeping government shut down to raise the temperature for uprisings, you know, kind of the Civil War movie. In reality, you got the new Battle After Battle, Leonardo DiCaprio fantasizing about dynamiting ICE facilities. I mean, Hollywood's really hoping for something here.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that Trump finally designated them as a foreign terrorist organization. I've been saying this for years, how them, BLM, and these other, you know, wild leftist organizations need to be targeted by the federal government. And I'm glad that they're finally doing it, because I'll tell you this, they have no problem targeting conservative groups whatsoever, right? And these guys have been able to...
After Jan 6, they can arrest thousands of people that are innocent.
Exactly, and for doing far less, right? So, you know, and the thing also with the left that I think people need to understand is that, like, these groups have been able to formulate, organize, populate, they strategize, they've been able to do this for a very long time with no law enforcement intrusion, and I'm glad that now they're finally being targeted, because these guys have been involved in a whole bunch of BS for a very long time, and it took Charlie Kirk getting assassinated, you know, in front of everybody for them to finally clamp down on left-wing violence.
Well, can you imagine if a right-wing group acted like this?
Oh, they'd be in jail immediately. Like the FBI aggressively went after everyone after January 6th. Even people that like went in, they charged them with misdemeanors. They went spent a ridiculous amount of resources on misdemeanors, which, you know, for the feds is ridiculous, because you're not even supposed to be wasting your time as a special agent going after people for misdemeanors. They did that for January 6th. Yeah, so you know, I'm glad that they're finally, you know, taking the gloves off with these guys, because these guys don't just protest and, you know, destroy inner cities. They go after ICE agents when they're trying to deport people. And it's just absolutely nuts.
And we saw new footage in Portland where the police were arresting Nick Sorter, who was attacked, and then actually celebrating him being attacked.
Yeah.
Did you see the cop jacking off, too? We saw the interview?
I did not see. There was a cop jacking off in the interview?
They have the weird social cops now. And they were doing an interview, and he's like sitting there. Yeah, I'm not joking.
Oh my God, man! Oregon is cooked. Like, we just need to.
Hell no.
Like Portland, Oregon.
He
like,
said a cop was cooked, jacking off and doing the interview.
Like, you know, these guys.
So what are we gonna do about all these cooked cities?
You know, we need to annex them or something, man. Like, it's starting to get ridiculous. Like, let them just have it. Like, let the Hispanics and the blacks and all the crazy people just have these cities, and we just. You know, all the rationally sound people can be in one area, and then all the crazies can be in another area.
But is it even fair to blame Hispanics and blacks? Isn't it the leftist leadership that's doing it?
Of course, because you got rational, you know, black people like myself here, right, and rational people that might be of Arab or Muslim descent. But, you know, the reality is, unfortunately, they get indoctrinated with this whole leftist ideology where it's like, oh yeah, like, we're gonna do what we need to do, and if that means violence, I mean, look, they just arrested a guy just earlier today for Benny Johnson. Like, it's.
Bro, like, is Myron black, bro? I'm just asking, bro. Like, is Myron black, bro? Because he said black or Arab or what? Don't nobody in the black community say black or Arab descent. Like, that's not something that goes together.
Fit Podcast, former DHS special agent, real estate investor, live on Rumble and YouTube Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Myron Gaines X. And we're going to cover it all. There's so much to hit today, but since I mentioned it, I already played last hour, but I'd love to show you something. Here's Jimmy Kimmel saying Antifa does not exist. We'll tell that to our former reporter who was the White House 2 days ago, Savannah Hernandez, that's been beat up at least 10 times by him. Here it is.
You understand, there's no Antifa. This is an entirely imaginary organization. There is not an Antifa. This is no different than if they announced they rounded up a dozen Decepticons. We've captured the Chupacabra, everyone. And then it was Trump's turn to ratchet up the rhetoric with fiery images conjured from no one has any idea where.
That's right. There's no violence. They weren't ramming federal vehicles repeatedly in Chicago a few days ago. Myron Gaines, you have great contacts in the DHS still. Civil War. That's the plan. We have this No Kings thing coming up. What do you think is going to happen next week? Where do you see this going?
It's nuts, man. And I'll tell you this: they're acting like this and they're not in power. Can you imagine if a Democrat gets back into power in the White House? What's going to happen? We're all cooked. I truly do think that like we are all cooked on the right if a Democrat gets back into power.
Well, Hakeem Jeffrey says they're going to arrest all of us.
Yeah, they're 100%. And the fact that Trump is, Comey got arrested, Letitia got arrested, Skiff is probably going to get arrested next. And mind you, these are clear-cut charges. Like they're committing mortgage fraud. It's very simple. Like anyone that's a real estate investor knows. Like this isn't your main residence.
You're not just a former federal DHS officer. You're also a successful real estate guy.
Yeah.
With Trump, it was all fake. With her, it's cut and dry.
Yeah. With Trump, it was trumped up stuff. So with the whole the Trump stuff, right? Like it was a misdemeanor charge in New York, right? And they trumped it up. Well, no pun intended. They trumped it up to felony charges because they were trying to send a message, right? And they looped in the whole Stormy Daniels thing and everything else like that. But with her, it's clear cut. It's like this isn't you don't live here. You're getting a loan here because what ends up happening is if it's your primary residence, you're able to get way more favorable loan terms.
Get a write-off.
For those that are you could write not just writing up, but like you get a good interest rate. You're able to get you could put less money down. There's a lot of incentives to make.
So it's bank fraud, it's money laundering, it's
bank fraud for sure, wire fraud.
Well, I'm told she's about to get hit with tax evasion and the other stuff. But, I did call it. I said, Comey first, then her.
Yeah, as she should. Because I saw people saying, like, oh, this is politicized. Dude, it's not politicized. It's cut and dry. Like, you lied on your
Plus, she started it.
She did start it. Going after him for real estate stuff. Versus her,
by the way,
real.
You'd love to buy Mar-a-Lago for $18 million.
Yeah, that would be a very good deal.
What, it's worth $500 million?
Oh, man. It's and he was able to get, like, some type of thing set up where, because I think there's something to do with like a graveyard.
Yeah.
He did some. He's a very savvy real estate investor. I'll say that. But like with what they went after him for in New York with the falsified business records, that's a misdemeanor charge.
Plus he paid all the bank money. Go back from memory. Like he got $200 million is what he said it was worth.
Yeah.
Paid it all out ahead of time.
Oh yeah.
Now he's had $1 billion offers, lots for 2 acres, $200 million. The idea that they charged him with fraud because they said it's worth $18 million is insane.
Well, they brought the banks in, and they testified and said, no, he satisfied all of his loan terms. It was all good, right? Like, they even brought them in, and they still convicted him. That was a very politicized. If you want to talk about the Trump, especially this with Alvin Bragg and her, the entire Manhattan DA was after him 100%.
Sure, she said we're going to get him before. She said, I don't know what he's done. We'll get him when she ran for office back by Soros.
Alvin Bragg campaigned on it, too.
Exactly. Yeah. Did you see her whining, saying this is weaponization? Everything she did is what they did.
She released it was hilarious. She released a 2-minute. This is political. I'm not fearful. I'm fearless. Like, get the hell out of here, man. Like, dude.
Well, she put on the form she married her dad, like Ilhan Omar.
Yeah.
To get another tax write-off.
And not only that, she also has a property in Brooklyn that she, I think she got a residential loan on it when it's really a commercial property.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of renters.
Yeah, so that's another thing that she did as well. So they might go ahead and do a superseding indictment because this, from what I read on the indictment, it's just the Virginia or Maryland, one of these places.
It's Virginia. It's just the beginning.
Yeah, that was.
Well, that's what I'm saying is. She's an expert on mortgage fraud. That's what she charged him for.
Yeah, that's hilarious. It's literally hilarious that that's what she got hit with.
Well, it's a famous thing, like you dig a pit for somebody, the Bible says you fall in it. Guys, find the clip. I don't know which one it is, where she's whining yesterday. This is Letitia James. I mean, this is just absolutely insane.
It was comedy.
I mean, it's just crazy. Justice, though. It's crazy that she's doing this. Yeah, it's clip 5. This is a desperate precedent, weaponizing stuff. No, lady, you ran on putting him in jail and then did all this, and now you did what you said he did, and then she's literally sitting there. Here it is, clip 5.
Yeah, she was sitting there at the trial.
This is nothing more than a continuation of the president's desperate weaponization of our justice system. He is forcing federal law enforcement agencies to do his bidding. All because I did my job as the New York State Attorney General. These charges are baseless, and the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost. The president's actions are a grave violation of our constitutional order and have drawn sharp criticism from members of both parties. His decision to fire a United States attorney who refused to bring charges against me and replace them with someone who is blindly loyal not to the law, but to the president, is antithetical to the bedrock principles of our country. This is the time for leaders on both sides of the aisle.
Why do I always feel like she's sitting on a toilet
out
when she's
against
talking?
this blatant perversion
She reportedly does.
of our system
She
of
sits on a toilet when she
justice.
does these announcements.
I stand strongly behind my office's litigation against the Trump Organization. We conducted a 2-year investigation based on the facts and evidence.
All right, that's enough. We can play the clip where she says, I'm doing it politically. So.
Yeah, no one is.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Now that they know they're not about, I'm told hundreds of indictments are coming. Jack Smith next, Brennan, you name it.
Jack Smith. Wow.
Oh yeah. So.
You got out of Dodge quick.
Yeah, because everything they do stands on they're invincible, they're above the law. They have whistleblowers out the door. Chief of staff of the auto pen already came out. What are they going to do as their confidence collapses? The whole thing's built on fraud. Look how scared Hakeem Jeffries is. His body language now. You can see them. They're running scared now.
Yeah, and I think it's important that people understand that they started this, right? When they started, indicting Trump in New York, and then in Southern District of Florida, and then in D.C., and then in Georgia, right? Like, they started this, man. So, at this point, it's like, did you not see this coming? Like, you guys went ahead and you guys tried to destroy this guy's life. You guys went ahead and tried to politicize his arrest.
Oh, Psycho Joe said, oh my God, this will happen to you once we're back in. No shit, Sherlock, you started it.
Yeah, they started it, dude. And people forget that, like, they started it. They started
it. Let's just say Trump's like you, a big, tough guy. People in person, you're a really big guy. I'm pretty tough too, but I'm not starting to fight. Plus, I like you. But like, if I go over and punch you in the face, you're gonna attack me, probably kick my ass. Like I go and punch you in the face, and you start beating my ass. Like, what are you doing? And it's like I just punched you in the face.
Like, not only did they punch him in the face, but like they forgot that they committed crimes themselves. And it's like clear cut, dude. Anyone that's a real estate investor will tell you, like, what she did was mortgage fraud, 100%. It's not even,
something like 10,000 people go to prison a year for that.
Yeah, people do it all the time. People do it.
But that's when they cracked down in 2008. But what I'm saying is, it's this weird thing where there's no cause and effect. Like, they start a fight and they don't get. Now you wrote the check, you got to cash it.
Yeah, and not only did they start the fight, they started the fight with committing crimes of their own and clear-cut crimes. It's not like this is complex stuff. This is simple stuff. Like, dude, you signed the loan for a home saying it's your primary residence when it wasn't. Like, you're cooked. It's done. Like, very simple. So, Skiff is going to get hit next probably because he did something very similar as well. So
Schiff's. What I've been told is this Jack Smith, Brennan, and plus you don't just see the news. They've raided and charged dozens of these.
They raided Bolton too.
Yeah, Bolton's got, but they've been raiding the law firms that are doing the human trafficking. That's big.
Oh yeah, well,
Mayorkas is coming up.
Yeah, and I've talked about that.
That's your specialty.
Yeah, well, Mayorkas, yeah. See, with immigration, right, people say, oh, Myron, you're like a far-right person when it comes to immigration. We are getting destroyed on immigration. And I'm glad to see that, Trump is finally enforcing interior immigration. For many years, we had never enforced interior immigration where we actually have ICE agents running out there getting these guys while they're in. Because for a very long time, and I remember when I was on a job, if someone made it past the functional equivalent of the border, and they made it into like a San Antonio, because I lived here in Texas for many years. I actually started my career in Laredo, Texas, 3 hours south on 35. If someone made it past the checkpoint on Interstate Highway 35, checkpoint 29, and they made it to San Antonio, they're pretty much good.
You make it 80 miles in, you're in.
Yeah, you're pretty much in. And many places, don't want to enforce immigration. Like Austin PD, right here. I'll never forget. I had an arrest warrant here like maybe 10 years ago, and we told Austin PD we got a felony warrant for someone for conspiracy to smuggle illegal aliens, and we told them we needed them to come out and help, and they didn't want to come out and help. They did not want to come out and help.
And that's when Insurrection Act comes in. Trump doesn't want this. It's in the Constitution. He swore to preserve it, not just protect and defend. If the blue cities are in rebellion, if they're letting criminals, not just illegals, but people committing crimes run around, he would be derelict in his duty if he didn't do this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that he's doing it because this needed to be done a very long time ago. And it's not just people coming in, in the border. We're getting beat on other ways. You mentioned law firms. There's law firms out there where they facilitate marriage fraud. it's a very big thing because it could be made a lot of money. Like we're talking about $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for a U.S. citizen to marry someone because that's the easiest path to citizenship and/or getting a green card.
And now we get their emails where they advise the fraud, prison.
Exactly. So that's kind of where we are. Where immigration has been, I think somewhere like in Minneapolis, right, a big Somali community. They looked at the CIS files. There's something like 40% fraud.
Of course. So what I'm saying is, do you agree though, as they finally start indicting people, the house of cards is going to fall because the confidence game is going to be over.
Yeah. And it's just so many different. We have so many different problems of like with immigration itself. This is something that's been an issue for a very long time.
But so what do the Democrats do now? They're cornered.
Man, I think they're gonna fight back and they're gonna try to gain influence to some degree. And I'm telling you, if they ever get in power, we're all cooked. I truly do think like if they ever because they're fighting right now and they're not even in power. They're assassinating our political commentators. I mean, they just try to attack Benny. They tragically killed Charlie. Right? You've been targeted many times. I mean, myself.
I don't even live at my house now.
Yeah, like
I don't get what they want, but it's been.
Dude, we're
doxing daily.
Yeah,
swatting daily.
Yeah, I get death threats every single day. So like everyone on the right, man, is really you got to be.
The joke of the sheriff's department though is I actually have my own sheriff's department guards now.
Oh, nice.
Because the swatting's daily now.
Wow.
So there's sheriff's department out there every day now.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous because I would hope that they aggressively pursue these guys. Especially. Because you could go after them federally for that because they're using a phone to, commit fraud, whatever. But that's a whole other conversation. But
no, they use an ISP blocker out of Europe, and then they,
Oh wow, man, it's nuts. It's a very it's a very scary time to be on the right. And then even though we have power in the government, they're not gonna let up, man.
So how do you see it unfolding though? Because I agree they're not giving up, but they're losing record low fundraising, record low polls.
Yeah.
Their leadership is Schumer and people and Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah.
Jeffries should have laughed at the sombrero and said, Trump puts out fake video. A mustache pops up, a sombrero goes on. A 5-year-old would know it's a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, Trump put out a fake video, deep fake. I mean, it's retarded.
It's I think they're desperate now at this point, right? And people fight the most, as they're bleeding the most. So. I think we haven't seen the worst. Honestly, I don't think we've seen the worst at this point. Right?
I agree. So they're going to have an uprising on the 18th. They said that in June too. It didn't happen. What do you think they're going to do?
It could be anything where whether it's a symbolic assassination of someone on the right wing that's prominent, or it could be maybe God forbid taking another shot at the president or a political individual in the cabinet. There's just so many different angles that they can go, and they're pissed off, man. And the thing I will say about the left is that they will mobilize, they'll protest, they'll get together, they'll they're definitely organized, and they'll take to the streets, they'll do what they need to do. So can't put anything past these people, man. You really can't.
I want to talk about Trump and the Nobel Peace Prize and the Israel deal and all the rest of it, and Charlie Kirk, because by the evening of him being murdered 4 weeks ago, a month ago now, people were saying it was Israel. And I said, hey, Israel could. I mean, Israel does all sorts of bad stuff. But sure, at that point, then Candace Owens releases, she says it, they say she's a liar, she releases it, she keeps setting them up with that. Where, yeah, he wanted her to speak at events, no, he didn't, and she releases it. Oh, he was really pissed off at Israel, breaking with him, no, you're a liar, she releases it. Now she's set to release the info where I think Israel's going to kill me. I just said to listeners, I said, if I see proof, I'll go there.
Yeah.
I need to see a little proof. And so it's moving that direction. 3 minutes to break, but just before we hit this, we come in, let's see Charlie Kirk. What do you think? Because I don't think the official story adds up. I can't then say Netanyahu did it. But if he's breaking with him, then we have to look at that.
I mean, to be honest, Alex, I'm right there with you. Like, when these alternative theories came out, like, the official narrative for sure has problems, right? We're talking about a 30-06.
It blasts right through Buffalo's neck.
You know what I mean? Was it a 30-06? Really? We have footage of him running across the.
I've shot buffalo, elk with it. and 400-pound hogs, it goes right through.
Yeah, and it would have been, and if it was a
Through
30
their whole body.
yeah, it would have been like an explosion, right? I mean,
it blows a 5-inch hole inside.
Yeah, so is it a 30-06? Then the other thing too is like the FBI released the footage of him running across, but we don't have him in the prone position taking a shot. Why can't we see that? You already released the footage of him running across. Why can't we see him prone taking a shot, right? If it really happened. So there's many holes here that the police have basically, you know.
And it's a university. There's cameras everywhere.
Yeah. Why do we not have more footage? And the thing is this. This is a murder investigation. This isn't a national security terrorism case. Don't give me the whole classified BS. And the thing is that the FBI is not even running this case. It's actually the state police. The state police criminal investigation division. Like
and maybe they're going to release it at trial, but why not now?
That's what I'm saying. Release it now. Like at this point, right? Because this is a case that has.
They go, we don't want to prosecute. Interest. They always do their case in the media.
Great public interest, right? People want to know. You're losing, the trust of the people. I say release it. Like put it all out there. People have questions about.
What is your gut level thing?
Man, I haven't made a concrete formulation of what I think is yet as far as like the official narrative or these other things, but like I'm open to information. I'm looking at all the evidence, and I will say the official narrative has holes in it, man. And the American public is definitely.
Yeah. What about the weird ChatGPT style letter to his boyfriend, where it hits every point to convict him?
Yeah, that was weird too. Yeah, that was no one texts like that. Like that was also weird what they released. Like and that's another problem. Like there's just so many holes in the official narrative where it's like. The FBI and the police have got to come out and like you guys got to be clean about this, man. You guys got to release what it is so that the American public can build trust back in, because the American public does not trust law enforcement anymore, unfortunately.
Well, I love how Candace Owens has set them up, because each stage she says it, they say she's a liar, she releases it.
Yeah.
Now she's going to release a text where he thinks Israel's going to kill him.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I said I'll go wherever it goes. This is getting crazy town, folks.
I think the healthy thing
is.
Oh,
stay right there. We got a break.
I'm jacked up on the methylene blue. It's the best thing you guys have ever had.
It clears the brain fog where you're actually able to focus more clearly.
For me, it's like a fog lifted, but it was like a veil lifted off, Incredible. Best product that I've purchased so far.
I started having seizures like a few years ago, and everybody in my family knows I'm a neuroscientist.
What did you do to fix it?
Methylene blue.
I'd take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson was on here talking about it.
This stuff works, man.
I take it every day as well. And
RFK Jr. told me about it.
Yeah, man, it's fantastic.
What is Bobby Kennedy Jr. dropping into that glass of water?
Plenty of folks are wondering what was in that little bottle he uncorked during a flight.
Methylene blue.
Show her Kennedy taking it. Kennedy literally gobbles it.
He must be doing something right. That ripped bod is 73 years old.
You shouldn't have to tell a doctor about methylene blue. I think everybody should know about it. It's changed my life.
I knew what that did for me. I knew that it got me up and walking again, and I was having seizures without it. And I was bad, really bad. So I ordered it, I started taking it, and boy, let me tell you something, what a blessing.
I do subscribe to the methylene blue. Feel better. I feel like I'm 25.
Like I said, I've been taking the methylene blue, and it is freaking awesome. I actually subscribe monthly now to it, and I got a couple other people that I work with. I gave them it, and they did the same thing.
About 15 minutes ago, I took 10 drops of the Ultimate Methylene Blue. Definitely noticed my focus, cognition increased, good energy right now. I must say that it does a damn good job.
Let me tell you something. I'm walking without a cane. I take one pill a day of the ivermectin with the methylene blue, and I got to tell you, what a blessing. I am so blessed.
Powered by Methylene Blue, Ultra Methylene Blue at thealbertsonestore.com. There's a major normalcy bias where people think, oh yeah, business as usual. It ain't business as usual. Got Chucky Schumer saying they're going to keep the government shut to the 18th, the next Saturday, so they get an uprising. You got Hakeem Jeffries saying it. Myron Gaines, really smart, popular talk show host, one of the top podcasts in the world, hosts the world's #1 men's podcast, the Fresh and Fit podcast, Myron Gaines X.
Thanks for having me, man.
You bet. Good to have you here, man. I'm flattered you came here. Saw you on Temple.
We need you in Miami.
I'm ready to come, man. I'm just busy battling here. So, Israel, big picture.
Sure.
Israel's been controlling our foreign Middle Eastern policy, but now the Democrats are in so much trouble. I have seen Democrats, falling apart. So Israel and the Kudniks are making a move on the Trump administration. And I knew behind the scenes people in the meetings that Trump's screaming at Netanyahu. They get big fights.
That too.
But at the same time, I don't think Israel's the only piece on the board. But the way Netanyahu's been behaving, the October 7th stand down, Now this supposed deal, he said once the war is over, they'll investigate it. And now we've got 200 troops to monitor Gaza ceasefire. I'm really concerned that these troops are going to get sent over there, even their advisory capacity. They get killed, and then it's blamed on Iran or something in Hezbollah. I'm very concerned because even the EU said, NATO, oh, we're going to put advisor troops in to Ukraine, and then if Russia kills them, we go to full war with them. I'm really concerned about this. So speak to that. And then in general, there's a mania about Israel because it's the last taboo people aren't supposed to cover. And Israel's been used to bully people and shut people up and all of it, so I get it. It's healthy to have free speech. But at the same time, I get accused of working for Israel with no evidence because I don't just focus on Israel only. I'll cover communist China and the South China Sea taking stuff over. Or I'll cover Mexican drug cartels. See the comments, why are you covering up for this? It's this one-track mind. And so as this obsession intensifies, but then we go where the news leads us, why do you think it's come to this head, and where do you think it's going?
Yeah, well, I think when it comes to us being able to talk about Israel and Zionism or Jewish power, any of these things, it's been a topic that's been taboo for so long. So, like, people are, like, finally able to talk about it, and they're going kind of nuts, right? I was like, yeah, so finally we can talk about it. So you get the people that are, refined or able to articulate, the problems at hand, whether it's our foreign policy being controlled by Israel or the Jewish lobby that runs America, whatever it may be. Then you get the crazies out there that is just like everything is the Jews, right? And it's like we have to be able to, take an approach where the problems and not just be able to identify the problems, but be able to do it accurately so that our credibility stays intact. Now, when it comes to, what we got going on with these 200 troops, that does concern me because, when it comes to American troops in the Middle East, I'm always concerned. And, let's be very clear here. I will not put anything past the Israelis when it comes to false flags. People forget that, during the Bush administration, towards the end of it, I know you probably know about this, Alex, but for your audience here, for their purposes of them just knowing, the Israelis had tried to do a false flag with the Iranians before, posing as CIA operatives by getting militants from the Jundullah terrorist organization, Baloks basically, to make an attack in Tehran. And this happened at the end of the Bush administration, and he basically didn't have the balls to do anything and, reel the Israelis in. And they literally had Mossad agents posing as CIA operatives, funding these Jundullah guys to do an attack in Tehran, Iran, which could have created enormous geopolitical ramifications for us with foreign policy.
And we have the Lavon affair.
Exactly.
We have the USS Liberty. So Israel's a thoroughbred at staging stuff to get
Absolutely.
us into a war.
They're good
so
at it.
you've got to be concerned about this.
Hell, even with 9/11, yeah. So I'm concerned with American troops being in the region because you're right. They can easily, and another thing people need to understand when it comes to, Israelis is there's a lot of Arab Israelis. There's a lot of Muslim Israelis. There's a lot of Israelis that are white, that are black. They can fill in so many different roles.
Well, Israel has special brigades that are Arab.
Yes, yes, absolutely. That speak fluent Arabic that are literally from, because people need to understand that there's Sephardic Jews who are Hispanic, there's Mizrahi Jews who are Arabs, there's Ashkenazi Jews who look white, there's Ethiopian Jews, the Somalian Jews, like they're from all over the place, right? So the reality is that when it comes to the Mossad, they can do these false flags and make it look like it came from a Hezbollah or from an IRGC or whatever. And you
by way of deception.
Yeah, but that's literally their phrase with the Mossad is, by way of deception, we will create war or rise up and kill them first. So they will do anything that they need to do, and I don't like Americans being in the region. I'm very worried.
100%. So, but Netanyahu, I mean, Michael Savage on, who's dialed into like top Israelis. He's pro-Israel. Mm-hmm. And he says that Netanyahu's got to go. They have the lowest poll numbers in Gallup. Israel's the most unpopular country in the world. Yeah. My issue is, of Israel, I don't want to do all this. I'm not. But does everybody think about, as the whole world turns against Israel, how does that unfold? What does Israel do with nuclear weapons? Like, let's think about where this goes with this craze to get Israel, which gives Netanyahu more messianic power. He's getting all charged up. There's got to be a way to de-escalate this.
And people need to also understand that, like, you guys think Netanyahu's bad. The people behind him in the Likud party are even worse. He's the moderate, right? He's the moderate. When you look at people,
it's like they say, get rid of Putin, you'll get somebody 10 times.
It's going to be worse. So, and obviously Netanyahu also is dealing with a criminal investigation right now for corruption and, bribery and everything else. So he's obviously wants to hold on to power, and, he knows extending the war out will allow him to do that. I do see a war with Iran as being imminent. There were some rumors about like, oh yeah, he called Putin and said, I don't want a war with Iran, but I don't believe that. I think that a war with Iran is going to happen before the end of this year or early next year. I think that's going to be the next step after this whole
Well, that's
Hamas
the official
thing.
Israeli policy. Try to get Iran war.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They've been trying to do it forever. And it benefits them, right? Because they know that Iran is basically the last thing that's blocking them from complete hegemony in the Middle East.
So, I'm going to ask you again, you're a smart guy. As this clash with Israel intensifies, where does that lead? I'm asking everybody, okay, whole world turns against Israel, okay, we can't reform Israel, okay, they got nuclear weapons, Samson option, do people, it's like, even if you hate Russia, which I don't hate Russia, they got their own problems, but the NATO started it, but now they want to keep pushing it, Trump's going to try to give them cruise missiles, so even if you hate Russia, we go to nuclear war, it's like, same with Israel, it's like China, I don't like Xi Jinping, the communist, but at a certain point you can't appease them, at a certain point you won't start a fight with them. My point is, Israel, Russia, China, they got nuclear weapons, so everybody who's obsessed with this fight, where does this lead?
Yeah, and this is why I'm so anti-war, because people don't understand that, nuclear warfare is not good for anybody, and I do think that we need to get out the Middle East and focus on China. I do think that China's a way bigger I think China's the real threat, honestly.
And when I say that, which is they literally froze all the rare earth minerals. They have 98% control.
Dude.
And Trump's right, with everything's made with that. China's been positioned to dominate, and every time I say, hey, guys, let's spend 50% on Israel, okay, fine. A little bit on China. Shut up, you work for the Jews. No, China is the big gorilla.
Yeah, it is. It is. And this is why I've been obviously I cover Israel quite a bit, Middle Eastern foreign policy, etc. But I think that...
No, I do too, but there's this thing where it sucks oxygen out of the room.
Yeah, people get obsessed. And the reality is we need to focus on China. The reason why I'm so anti-war, we need to get the hell out of the Middle East and stop these wars.
Just get ready for China.
Is we need to focus on China. Yeah, absolutely, man. They are... I mean, if you compare...
All the war games with AI show China's the issue.
Dude, not just that. Look at when they had their parade, right, versus our parade. They're marching in cadence. They're showing off all their weapons or whatever. What do we got? Fat women, a bunch of fat dudes walking around. They came and walk in cadence. It's we need to...
And our enemies see that.
Yes. And look, there's definitely a Jewish problem. There's definitely an Israeli problem here in America. I get it with the lobbying and the wars in the Middle East. But we need to handle this so that we can focus on the real problem, which is, I think, China. That's the biggest threat.
Well, that's my point to people is... politically kind of woke up. I was making films about the Liberty 20 years ago and having the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff on exposing it. No one can do more interviews than me on Liberty because they're all dead.
Yeah.
My point is
cover 9/11. But you were talking about the
all of it. My point is there's big stuff to deal with. So this thing, and I get most Muslims aren't radical, but the leadership is. It wants to be expansionist. The CIA, Mossad's funding it for this class of civilizations, but. People have to understand that, look how they just turned over Syria to Al-Qaeda. My point is there's a lot of other big issues.
Jolani. That's crazy that Ahmed al-Shara is the president of Syria. This guy was literally an Al-Qaeda guy for, decades, and he's shaking hands with Trump and Marco Rubio. Nuts, man.
Well, I'll tell you what I don't like about it, Netanyahu. He gets called the carpet by Trump and others. He doesn't think about any of the secondary effects of what he's doing. It's all about him, not even Israel. He doesn't even want to hear about we got to pivot from Russia to China. It's all about keeping us in the Middle East for Israel. That's crazy. Israel, you got nuclear weapons. You make way more money than we do on average. We're in debt. You're not. So stop.
They got health care for their people. They got
Well, that's my issue with Israel. We need to be worried about China.
Yeah.
We do not need to be worried about Israel. You can take care of yourself.
And yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that's why I'm so against giving them.
But that's what it is with the Jews on average. They're all bullied by Netanyahu in the lobby. The ADL's the left, Likud's to the right, but it's all AIPAC's the right. It's all they just, it's one track mind. And I'm just like, guys, you've already beaten all your enemies. What are you doing?
They want complete dominance. And the other thing, too, that pisses me off is, they bombed Qatar, a month ago. Dude, we have a military base there.
We have three.
The biggest...
But that's the thing. I always hear I'm getting Qatari money. I know that's our ally.
Yeah, that's our ally.
They defended Israel, and they just... Netanyahu, maybe Qatar says I killed Kirk. No proof. So what is that? Israel's jealous of Qatar actually being the most important ally in the Middle East.
I would. You can make that argument because we have a huge base there. We did a huge deal with them financially, right? That Trump was. There's a reason why Trump went to the Gulf first, and now he's only visiting the Knesset. What, Monday? Took him how long to finally go?
Yeah, so it's jealousy by Netanyahu. My point is, I know everybody, folks. This Qatari thing is made up. They defended Israel with their missiles.
Yeah,
and then how do they get treated for
Jordan does, Qatar does. When Iran was shooting all these missiles over, the Qataris shot a lot of it down, and so did the Jordanians as well. So you know.
So why would Netanyahu run them down?
I guess he maybe his guy said, "Hey, we can get these Hamas guys. We got them. We know where they're going to be. We're going to do it." And he said, "You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it." And they went ahead and they bombed them. And
no, I know, but this trope that anybody that doesn't agree with everything Netanyahu says works for Qatar. I ain't seen no check, never been contacted by him. My point is, we got 3 major bases, our biggest Air Force bases there.
Yeah.
And then they're literally, Netanyahu's blaming them for saying he killed Charlie Kirk with no evidence. I'm just like, dude, you're attacking your ally.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is that?
He just doesn't give a fuck, man.
Why did they pick Qatar to make them the devil?
The thing with Netanyahu is he will blame everyone. He will do what he needs to do, right, to control power, to push the narrative. And then they just acquired TikTok, too. So it's like we're going to see even more.
It's like the head of Meta censorship goes, yeah, the Jews have taken over the internet, and if you say we took it over, we're going to censor you. Did you see that clip?
Well, yeah, Jordana Cutler runs Meta.
Yeah, she said that, and then he's like, we just took over TikTok with Larry Ellison, and now we're going to bully Elon Musk.
Yep.
And I'm just like, dude, he's literally trying to stir stuff up.
Yeah, and not only that, like, you know, if you look at YouTube, for a very long time, who ran YouTube? Susan Wojcicki. She also is a Polish Zionist Jew. She passed away.
Took the shot, yeah.
And you know what's funny? I was reading an article about,
Her son was a big listener of mine.
Really?
He still is, yeah.
Oh, I did not know.
We're sorry for your mom. You should come on, son.
I will say this. I was reading.
No, she said I had to take Alex Jones off. My son's a big fan.
She did say that she had to take you off, and then another thing she said was, I go after people like Alex Jones and people that talk about anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. I was reading an article before she passed this. She said,
and see, that's my issue. I've been on it 31 years. I've always exposed Israel when it's bad. It's just not the only thing doing bad things.
Yeah.
And then that's what
she
I'm
said
saying.
in her article. That like she went after people that are anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, and she had mentioned your name.
I know. Believe me, I know. But see, that's why they don't like me, because I don't hate Jews in general. I'll oppose any corrupt power structure.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't think I know, it's been caught before, they're funding a lot of the crazy stuff with made-ups about Israel discredit.
Who's funding?
The Southern Poverty Law Center, ADL.
Oh, yeah, fuck that. Oh, my God, man. Yeah, that's...
You understand that? They create, like, crazy stuff. Like.
Oh, yeah, no. And the thing is, like, these guys, like, they write hit pieces on people like me, you, Nick, whatever, right? Get us banned off everything. Media Matters, ADL. It's like, there's like a whole censorship regime in America where it's like, they write a hit piece, they lobby to these social media companies. Did you know that this guy's on your social media platform making money? And then they like censor you.
Oh, that's the former MSNBC head censor that has The Onion that's trying to take over InfoWars. He was the Brian Stelter of MSNBC. They're literally trying to take us over right now. But that's my frustration. It's not that it hurts me to guys, sitting there doing all this, attacking me. It's like literally I'm under the ADL constant attack for decades. I'm just trying to be fair here. And it's this thing of saying, oh, you work for Israel because I don't wear a Hugo Boss uniform, because I don't like Hitler.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. You were one of the first guys talking about the Israelis being involved with 9/11. People got to pay their homage, man, and show some respect.
Well, they always show the old clip and go, where's this, Alex? Well, you ain't tuned in.
Yeah.
That's my thing is they go, oh, look, he said this the day after 9/11. Where is he now? 10,000 times since then. I don't have to prove myself these kids in their basements. And I'm not mad at their kids in their basements. They just need to stop with this claiming people that are telling the truth that are on their side of their enemy just because it makes them feel holier than thou. You see what I'm saying?
And you bring guys like me on, you bring guys like Nick on, etc. Like, you wouldn't bring us on if that was the case, if you were like a shill for Israel, as they claim. Like, you bring people on like us to talk about this shit openly without like,
I know, but here's my thing. We don't have to prove to these kids that we're truthful. Do that, and they need to become men and not do that.
Yeah.
Now, here's an example. We have breaks at the end of the hour, middle of the hour. They always take a clip, we go to break, and say, Alex is censoring. No, the break's been the same for 27 years. At 28 after, we go to break for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
When we go to break, they're going to take a clip and say, I censored you.
Of course, no.
I mean, this is mental illness, guys.
Right now, you've never censored me.
You need to be men. I invited you here. I wanted you on. You came. I appreciate being here in person.
Of course.
You need to be men. It's not about I can't take your criticism. You need to stop the mental illness. You can spend all day hating Israel, okay? I'm just saying you got to focus on China. It's like you said, you got to learn to see other points of the compass.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can't just be honed in. Like, obviously, right, you guys know me. Israel hates me. I hate them too. But, the biggest problem here is I think that China is gaining more and more influence, more and more power.
And Israel sells our weapons to them.
And Israel, yes, and they steal our secrets as well and sell it to them. So I do think that China is something that we've been ignoring for a very long time, and we need to focus on and get out of the Middle East.
minutes to break. I want to open the phones up and take calls for the whole next hour. But let me ask you this.
Do it.
And we'll get into Trump's Peace Prize and all the rest of it you can get.
Sure. Yep. Rest in peace there, man.
Nobody's buying the official story. I don't know what happened. How do you see that going?
I like what Candace is doing. I like that she's, taking an adversarial approach to the official narrative. And I think we just need to keep asking questions. And, like I said, I'm open to all theories. I am still taking in information from all things. I'm waiting for the FBI to release more information and, the Utah State Police. I'm waiting. I'm listening to what Candace has going on. And honestly, at this point, I'm open to everything. I don't have a concrete theory in my mind of what I think happened or what I'm sure happened. I'm open to all theories at this point because honestly, healthy skepticism is very important. That's how we keep our government accountable.
Absolutely. First few days, the guard shoots him under the arm. Clearly, it's a cell phone.
Yeah, that was
that. Or this guy's got a bottle of water. And I'm a traitor each time. Of course, those theories have all been dropped.
Yeah.
But 30-on-6 front of the throat, that ain't true.
Yeah, there's no way. That was when they said they're 30. I was like, wow, that's and then there was some talk about his bone stopped the bullet. I'm like, what?
Man of Steel.
Yeah, I was like, what? And this is the problem because this is why no one trusts the official narrative because of stuff like that. Just stuff like that. So, I hope we figure out what happened, man. It just and then just everything that happened after with the memorial and everything. It just man, so many questions. Questions with the official narrative than answers.
Well, for the memorial, it's all the time. They're going to put a good face on it. But I would do if my spouse was killed. I would gut up. That she is an actress. She is a person that does that. So they're like, oh look, she looks great. She's doing a great job. Well, they do it every couple days.
Yeah. No, she is an actress. She had been on a reality show, if I'm not mistaken, prior.
Yeah, but they do these events all the time.
Now, there was, let me ask you this. They were saying that, how did they get the arena, locked and secured and have this event ready to go within just a couple of days? Within what, 10 days?
Well,
that is something that I was a little confused about as well when I heard that.
Well, when you're in the power structure, you can stuff done quick.
Fair. It is, I'm trying to think, who used that arena? Is it the Phoenix Suns that use that arena?
I think it should all be investigated, but if you look at certain slots, you call 10 places, what's open, you pick the one, boom.
And he did have, obviously, a lot of connections in Phoenix. It's just, like I said, a lot of questions. We don't know what's going on. I know Candace is doing her investigative journalism. I know people are saying, was it Tyler Robinson? Was it Israel? Was it... There were crazy theories everywhere, even saying his bodyguards were involved. There was just theories everywhere. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to look at all the evidence and I'm going to reserve my judgment. That's my biggest thing is I'm just going to
look at all the evidence. You're supposed to wed yourself to each new theory. They all fall the wayside. But we know the official story is not true.
Yeah, there's too many holes in the official theory, man. I don't, just the fact that they didn't show, if you guys are so sure he's the shooter, show us him prone shooting the rifle.
Which means they have the footage. They won't show it.
Yeah.
That's pretty conclusive. There's a cover-up.
And then the 30-06 also, that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense whatsoever with the injury that we saw, right? If he had got shot with a real 30-06, you're a hunter. His head would have exploded, God forbid, right? That's what would have happened if he really got hit with that. So lots of questions. We got more questions than answers, honestly, with all the press.
There's a lot of other issues and angles to hit here. I want to get into Trump and the Peace Prize.
Yep.
Now, the average person could care less about a Peace Prize. But from talking to people in the establishment, they're obsessed with it. Bill Gates wants it. Bill Clinton wants it. Al Gore got it.
Trump definitely wants it.
Henry Kissinger got it. And then now they didn't give it to Trump, and so he's all pissed off. Why
Henry
would
Kissinger getting it is crazy. After bombing all of Southeast Asia,
Yeah, well, Obama got it before he even got into office.
Yeah.
And then so let's play one of these clips here.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about this. Let's play the Nobel committee head. We only give the award to people of courage and integrity, like Al Gore and Henry Kissinger. And then we've got after that Putin saying Trump deserved it. Let's play those back to back. Here it is.
U.S. President Donald Trump has repeatedly said he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize and he'd like to have it. He even said that it would be an insult to the United States if he doesn't get it. What does as the chairman of the Nobel Peace Prize Committee think of this, and how has this campaign-like activity by the president and his supporters domestically and internationally affected the deliberations and the thinking in the committee?
In the long history of the Nobel Peace Prize, I think this committee have seen any type of campaign, media attention. We receive thousands and thousands of letters every year of people wanting to say what for them leads to peace. This committee sits in a room filled with the portraits of all laureates, and that room is filled with both courage and integrity. So we base only our decision on the work and the will of Alfred Nobel.
Это не мне решать, кому присуждать Нобелевскую премию. Во-первых, мне кажется, и вряд ли кто-нибудь из вас или из ваших зрителей и слушателей вряд ли.
Unlikely.
Сейчас скажу.
Let me explain what I mean.
Были случаи, когда
given
комитет присуждал Нобелевскую премию мира, которые для них
to
ничего
undeserving
не сделали.
folks.
И на мой взгляд,
These choices
решениями они нанесли огромный ущерб авторитету этой премии.
Reputation.
Ну, человек пришел,
Someone shows
плохой,
up for boom.
месяц через два.
What did they? Nothing.
За что?
Obama.
Вообще ничего не сделал. Ну, разве так?
How's that? How's that?
Работает, это же заслуги за какие-то нужны. Ну, и поэтому авторитет, мне кажется, он
Please explain the prize has
в значительной степени утрачен.
lost credibility.
Бог с ним, не мне судить. Но,
Not to judge.
Но
No.
Достоин ли, недостоин действующий
Cue it to the U.S. President deserves it.
я не знаю. Но он реально много
He's
делает
working
для того, чтобы
hard
разрешить такие сложные,
on long-standing
десятилетиями длящиеся, годами, а то и десятилетиями длящиеся кризис.
crisis.
И уже
He's
точно я
genuine about it.
по отношению
The
к кризису на Украине. Он
Ukraine situation.
к этому чего-то там удалось.
Some things worked, some didn't.
Может быть, еще
Anchorage talks.
многое удастся сделать на
Might they do?
договоренности и
More
обсуждений
progress.
в Анкоридже. Но уж он точно
He's definitely
старается, точно работает над этими вопросами, вопросами достижения мира и разрешения сложных международных ситуаций. Вот самые.
I'm sorry, that's weird how that works. We just throw them up really quick, so I had to read it fast. It's only for a second. But that's true. He's saying it's discredited. Al Gore, Henry Kissinger, give Hitler one. I mean, it's totally true. People say, "Oh, you work for Putin." My problem with Putin is I agree with like 99% of what he says.
Yeah, no,
What am I supposed to do? Lie and say I don't agree with that? Totally true. It sounds like Alex Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Putin gets a bad rap, man.
Well, stay there. Stay there. The mighty, incredible talk show host is with us right now. Myron Gaines, X on X. Myron Gaines, stay with us.
So you were just telling me that you had a brain disease.
I started having seizures like a few years ago, and everybody in my family knows I'm a neuroscientist.
What did you do to fix it?
Methylene blue.
I'd take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson was on here talking about it.
This stuff works, man.
I take it every day as well. And
yeah, RFK Jr. told me about it.
Yeah, man, it's fantastic.
What is Bobby Kennedy Jr. dropping into that glass of water?
Plenty of folks are wondering what was in that little bottle he uncorked during a flight.
Methylene blue.
Show her Kennedy taking. Kennedy literally gobbles.
He must be doing something right. That ripped bod is 73 years old.
You shouldn't have to tell a doctor about methylene blue. I think everybody should know about it. It's changed my life.
I was in a wheelchair. That methylene blue, I knew what that did for me. I knew that it got me up and walking again, and I was having seizures without it. And I was bad, really bad. So I ordered it, I started taking it, and boy, let me tell you something, what a blessing.
It clears the brain fog where you're actually able to focus more clearly.
For me, it's like a fog lifted, but it was like a veil lifted off, you know? Incredible. Best product that I've purchased so far.
It is a miracle, and it's been proven for 100 years. It's one of the most well-proven drugs out there.
Let me tell you something, I'm walking without a cane. I take 1 pill a day of the ivermectin with the methylene blue, and I gotta tell you, what a blessing. I am so blessed.
My kids take it, my wife takes it, everybody takes it.
I used to have to pay, what, $10,000 a week?
Right.
To get it in my arm and sit there for 6 hours a day to get it pumped in my system. And now I can take 2 pills or drink it once a day and pay what? I don't know, $30, $40 a bottle of it.
Depends on what the sale is, yeah.
And it's helping me to have a quality of life that I didn't have before that I have now. And I got to tell you, what a blessing. I don't care what anybody says. I know what it's like with it, and I know what it's like without it.
I'm not paid to say this, not one dime. This is the best product you guys have ever had. You guys got to order it at the AlexJonesStore.com.
Our methylene blue, medical grade, made in Florida, is incredible. Cleans out your mitochondria, clarity, focus, energy. You've seen the rave reviews of every guest we've had on. It's game changing.
I feel like, wow, there's power in coalescing all your thoughts.
Did you hear our last guest, what she said happened to her?
No, what?
She said brain fog just lifted.
That's what it feels like.
I feel lighter. It's really interesting. I almost like feel smarter.
This stuff kicked in, and it like instantly I just felt like this weird meditative energy. I don't know how to explain it. I don't feel jittery. I just felt like instantly like I went from 5 hours of sleep like I got last night to like 10 hours. I don't know how to explain it. This stuff's new to me, but I like it. Methylene blue works for me.
I feel it in my head and neck too. My brain's going really fast. I really like it.
Unlimited populous
power! Volunteer power!
You feel instant energy, but without the jitteriness of caffeine and focus. What I felt was focus, mental focus.
I do feel like it's eliminated the brain fog a lot.
I do subscribe to the methylene blue. Feel better. I feel like I'm 25.
Like I said, I've been taking the methylene blue, and it is freaking awesome. I actually subscribe monthly now to it, and I got a couple other people that I work with. I gave them it, and they did the same thing. I'm jacked up on the methylene blue. It's the best thing you guys have ever had. Please go to the AlexJonesStore.com.
Powered by methylene blue, ultra methylene blue at the AlexJonesStore.com. We are unified by our spirit that God made and our connection to the Creator and the universe and our children. And this is the genesis point of the new revolution of information.
I will always believe, and I will always say in public, that Alex Jones is the most extraordinary person I've ever met.
I'll tell you, that f***ing guy is right about a lot of shit.
Alex Jones has been right a lot of times.
Alex has been right on for over a decade.
Fluoride, just like Alex Jones was saying, not good. It's crazy.
The real war's here with the globalists and Soros and Obama and the New World Order and BlackRock. They've declared war on us, and we accept the challenge. We're taking the country back.
AlexJones.network is tomorrow's news today.
All right, China is basically saying they're at war with us. Trump is as well. Things are escalating quickly. This is all totally insane, ladies and gentlemen. I want to take your calls. Also, Candace Owens is going right at what I have been focusing on. We'll hit this next segment because some states don't care this first 5.
Forgot the autopsy either.
Well, they won't. First they said, then they didn't do it, and now it's bullet fragments. It all hinges on this, so I'm glad she's there. I'm not saying we were ahead of it 3 weeks ago. We were making this a key. So that's coming up. But I also want to hit some of the other big issues we're facing here. But you're a former DHS, Border Customs Enforcement.
Yeah, I was special agent with HSI, Homeland Security Investigations.
And you've been very fair about this, and I like Nick Fuentes. I think he's he means what he's saying. But when he said Trump isn't doing a good job on the border, you were here 6 months ago or whatever it was. You said, no, I know people in there. They dismantled it. See them scaling up. I got to say they're heroes. They're doing constitutional duty. You'll see 2 guys out with 50 people attacking them, trying to get a guy. I mean, have you changed your view on that, or is Trump?
No, I think he's been doing good with immigration. And so I can kind of talk about it from. So I was.
Well, you're an expert.
Yeah. This is what I used to do. So I started my career in Laredo, Texas, in 2014. I mean, under the Obama administration, and there was like a border crisis when I came in. People were just storming across the border. They knew they'd be able to get in, etc. Then when Trump came in, Trump really made it a bit easier to send aliens back, because what we were doing was when they were getting caught, they're getting what's called an expedited removal or an ER. And when they get an ER, they have to get deported back within 2 weeks. And the good thing about that is they're not coming into the country. They're not really utilizing too many resources. They're not staying in custody too long. They're going right back over across the border. Like, made it a lot easier to send guys back and deport them, because whenever you catch illegal aliens, you got to figure out a way of how you're going to, the disposition of how you're going to deal with them immigration-wise. So that's when Trump came in. Now, to put things in perspective, when Biden came in, these illegal aliens were getting what's called notice to appears, or NTAs. Now, when you get an NTA, what ends up happening is you get a notice to appear in front of an immigration judge. But the problem with that is that you might not see an immigration judge for years, because
the average 7 years?
Yeah, it's nuts.
So bottom line, to dumb it down for people,
yeah,
they dismantled it all. When you see your former colleagues, I'm not a brown noser for federal police. I mean, when they do bad stuff, I'm against them. But this is heroic stuff we're seeing. I mean, these guys are
it's great. And they haven't been able to, and I want to make this very clear, like, we haven't been able to do interior enforcement, right, for a very long time. I left the agency in 2020 because basically they said, hey, you got to pick one, either internet or be on the job, and they had to make me pick, so I ended up resigning. But I left in good standing. For any of the idiots out there, I literally still have my SF-50. I might put it out there and show you guys that it said resignation. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. But yeah, so interior enforcement was very difficult to do because, in blue cities, they wouldn't want to come out and help you. It's considered like, frowned upon to conduct immigration operations. Worksite enforcement, I remember, was a big deal. If you did any type of worksite enforcement for investigation where you'd be raiding like a farm or a factory or anything like that, and there were illegal aliens, you had to notify headquarters ahead of time. It was a lot of red tape to get anything done. So now they're finally like going out there and making things happen. Now, granted, they're using every federal agency. They're using ATF, FBI, HSI.
They've conscripted 30% of the FBI.
Yeah, they're using everybody, but the reason why they have to use everybody is because this has been a problem. This has been a can that we've been kicking down the road for a very long time, where people have been coming into the United States and staying here illegally. And then not only that, people think we got people coming in illegally, and that's just a problem. No, we got people coming in legally and then overstaying their visas, doing...
Hold on, let's come back and talk about that.
Yeah.
All right, former federal DHS officer on immigration, Myron Gaines, is in the studio, very popular podcaster. #1 men's podcast, Fresh and Fit podcast. Putting a bookend on this, though, people that are criticizing Trump reaching the numbers of deportation he did his first admit, they don't know they dismantled the enforcement system.
Yeah, no, I can say definitely he's doing a good job because he's doing interior enforcement. Doing interior enforcement is significantly harder than just doing, well, he shut down the border, which is good, which freed up Border Patrol to go into these interior cities where they're doing this interior enforcement that you guys are seeing now. And I haven't seen a president do this ever, and this has been a problem that we've been dealing with.
It hasn't really happened for real since Eisenhower.
Yeah. So it's good that he's doing it, and I can definitely say, they're using all the law enforcement agencies to do it. Even agencies that don't even have Title 8 authority, like ATF, they're out there helping. So it's good, man. This has been a can that we've been kicking down the road for a very long time, and it's good that they're finally like.
Well, if you can't control your border, you're not a country.
Yeah, and he shut down the border. Now they're finally getting rid of the illegal aliens that are in, and then hopefully we can deal with the visa problem as well, because we got people coming in and overstaying their visas. Like, as many people as we got coming in illegally, we got people coming in legally and then abusing the immigration system as well.
So 9.5 months into the Trump administration, give your honest report card.
For immigration?
All of it, just...
Okay, so for immigration, I'd give him a B. I'd give him a B. You know what? Compared to other presidents, I'd give him a B+. Because I got to compare him to others. Because, like, what I would do, like, I got to be realistic here. That's different than what he's doing as a president. I'd give him a B+ compared to other presidents, for sure. Foreign policy, I like that he at least had discussions with Putin. That's better than Biden, right? I do want to end this war in Ukraine. It's a little harder than he thought it would be. Like all the support that we've been giving for Israel, so I'll give him a C on foreign policy. And then what else? Let's see here. The economy, I think, Biden left us with a nightmare no matter what. So I think with that one, maybe a B-. I think the tariffs on paper is a great idea. Could have implemented it a little bit better. What else?
Look at China. They've got a 97-98% control of rare earth mineral. They're now ordering all the countries they work with not to sell to us. This is economic war. I mean, he was handed a disaster.
No, he was, dude. He was. And that's why, like, I feel a little bad, like, when it comes to the economy. And then also keep in mind, like, the economy was doing great until COVID happened under Trump. So, the first term. So, it's very difficult. But I will definitely give him a B+ on immigration right now. And then with foreign policy, like I said, I like that he at least tried to talk to Putin, even though we couldn't really, we still got the war going on. I don't like what's going on in the Middle East. I get that,
I agree. So do you think this peace deal sticks?
I don't trust the Israelis. Trust the Israelis, man. I don't. And I know that they had bombed Gaza hours after it had happened.
Yeah, so let me bring this up then. We started with this, but the Democrats are saying uprisings, violence, Kamala Harris, fight, uprising. What do they
wrote a book. She said that me and Andrew Tate kept her out of the White House. In her book, literally in her book, she said that she had lost young men because of Myron Gaines and Andrew Tate. So,
well, that's probably true.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this then: for the Democrats wargaming, what do they do when they're in so much trouble?
That's a good question. Well, thing is mobilize these organizations like Antifa, BLM, etc. Because we know that anytime BLM mobilizes, they go crazy and they destroy the city, and that obviously becomes the focus of a lot of things. Censorship is their main tool. That's what they do. We know for a fact that they colluded with YouTube and these platforms to censor people during the Biden administration. We know that for a fact. It's with all the platforms. Yeah, I mean, violence and censorship is what the left does.
Exactly. And then in the Podesta plan, when Trump responds with troops to lawlessness, which he's supposed to do under the law, not his right, his duty, then they call him a dictator.
Like where
does that go? What do you make of Kash Patel getting rid of the ADL and Southern Property Law Center for their advisory capacity in DHS?
I was happy. When I saw that he distanced himself from the ADL, that made me very happy.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal, man. Because guys, for those that don't know, for a very long time, the FBI was pretty much in lockstep with the ADL. So the fact
that was a report in June of 2021, the white supremacy is the #1 threat. So for those that don't know, the left's losing its power. Trump's actually trying to dismantle it. Seismic. I mean, so what do you think they pull?
Well, now that they lost the FBI, because we all know the ADL is an instrument of the left. Yeah, I mean, they're not having as much influence. Slowly but surely, they're losing influence. We see that YouTube is reeling back their censorship. They're allowing creators back on the platform that were terminated, right? I hope that you and Nick get back on. You guys should be back on there, especially since you guys got censored for political speech, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Sure, so let's talk about this.
Sure.
Some people think Israel is what you're worshiping. It's God. You can't question it. I disagree with that. Some people think only evil comes out of Israel. I disagree with that. But regardless, the trance, the spell of anything Israel, anything you got to bow down, anything Jewish, that's over. I don't think anybody denies that. I don't want to have some cataclysm or some war out of this and some final solution either way or some Samson option. But with Israel doubling and tripling down, that's going to cause a bigger response. Question here is
false flag.
Exactly what I said with Tucker 6 months ago, and he said false flag, synagogue blown up, something like that. You can see that as the next move.
They've done it in other places, in Australia, for example. They put swastikas and stuff like that, and they find or a fake almost explosion or
Jesse Smollett stuff.
Yeah, and they said, oh yeah,
remember when Trump first got elected, all these Jewish cemeteries got attacked, and Trump said, I heard it staged. They busted the guys doing it.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. So what I'm saying is, now that trance is over, and so much of the revolution now is about hating Israel, where I'm like, okay, it's important to kill taboos and sacred cows. But that's not everything. But it doesn't matter. That's where it is.
And they're going to use that to their advantage.
Exactly, to play victim.
Yes,
so I'm worried about the Hegelian clash.
And this is why I tell people it's so important to be accurate. If you're going to go ahead and you're going to have your criticisms or whatever, name the people, name the events, be very articulate, be very accurate. And the biggest thing I always tell people is do not always denounce violence. We don't believe in violence over here. We debate. We have an ideology where our ideas... We can inspire change without.
We don't believe in offensive violence.
Yeah, no, offensive, defensive, but.
And the problem is, exactly. It's 2 + 2. You read my mind. False flags here. So
yeah,
Netanyahu seems very confident.
They're going to use this. They're going to use all this anti-Israel.
He's planning something really nasty.
Yes, they're going to use it to their advantage. Absolutely. That's why I'm telling you guys, you can't use violence, man.
I think anybody's even planning that, but it's going to be set up.
Yeah.
So let me ask you that. Lobby's coming in with total censorship, which will only make it worse with the Streisand effect. How do you see it ending?
It's a good question, man.
Because if I was Israel, I'd just shut up. You just defeated Hamas and Hezbollah. You've got all the big tech. You're doing well. Just move on. But Netanyahu loves the power he's getting.
He does.
So he's
And he
pressing it.
He needs it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, don't blow us all up with you. Like, you know.
Yeah, he needs it because he's going to go to jail. So, and the other thing, too, is, like, they kind of need him because you don't want a Ben Gvir or Smotrich or all these other, like, far-right radicals.
Sure, and I get in a fight going all out, and, you know, I'm done. Guns a-blazing. Fire all your guns at once and explode into space. But literally, what I don't like is we're being led around by the nose by Netanyahu, by his chutzpah.
Yeah.
So is there any way to get him to stop? Because if he wasn't on such a power trip, he's won. He should just shut up. Stop. But he's not doing that.
No, he's not. He's not. And you know, the other thing also, I've predicted this too. I think at some point, when Israel's ready to rebrand and not get hated by the world and everything, I think they're going to offer him up as the guinea pig.
Oh, you can see him like Zelensky getting teed up.
Yeah, I think he's going to get teed up as, oh, look, now we want to have diplomacy with the Middle East. Now we want to have peace.
It's like China, after 20 years of Mao killing 80 million people, they locked him in jail.
Yeah, yeah.
And his wife.
And the ICC wants him, right? So maybe they might say, you know what, here's our, bringing another president. But the thing is...
Yeah, but you know Netanyahu knows that, so... All you guys want to obsess on Israel today. I'm obsessing too. I want to know where this goes. Like, have you thought about where this goes?
It's either they're going to offer him up or they're going to do some type of false flag to inspire and rally radical anti-Semitism laws, radical censorship that's critical of Israel, because they don't have the youth anymore. So,
it's a no-brainer.
It's cooked.
The left's going to hit a traditionally black college, which I said before they started hyping it. They're going to hit an illegal alien demonstration, and they're going to hit some big synagogue imminently.
I'd be surprised, man. And now they're buying TikTok.
And then he brags about
it. Yeah, with all the influencers. Yeah, we're going to wage the 8th war on...
Like, again, like you got the head of Meta. She's like, we're Jewish, and we control everything, and if you say it, we're going to censor you. It's like, I couldn't paint you as the villain. Like, stop. I don't want to blow up Israel. I don't want the Guder Damarong. You know, I don't want the Armageddon. But it's just
and with the Israelis, it's like they'll go there. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, the Israelis will go there. They will do what they need to do to preserve Israel. They will do whatever they need to do. I mean, we saw this with Golda Meir. Golda Meir, like, showed her during the Yom Kippur War. They were going to lose. A lot of people don't talk about this. They were going to lose in the Yom Kippur War. So what did she do? She moved the nuclear weapons around and telegraphed it. The Russian satellite saw it, and they're like, oh, you guys got to chill out. And Nixon had to give in the airlift because she was like, I'm going to bomb these Arabs with...
Well, no, they called the Pentagon and said, aim your... Right here, they showed nukes on the tarmac.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and literally Nixon was like, okay, I guess we got to support, otherwise she's gonna.
So literally being held hostage by psychotics.
Don't care. Yeah.
Just like NATO's holding us hostage with Russia.
They are. Yeah.
You go, oh, Russia? No, the West started it, folks. They brag.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Russophile. Never been to Russia. Not against the Russians. I'm just tired of being held hostage by these people. It's like North Korea holding us hostage.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, if people are going to dispute the fact that like we didn't like antagonize Russia with the whole NATO expansion, whatever. Like NATO's created more problems than help. Like it's served this purpose. I don't even know why we're still involved with them. It's a big. And I see Trump trying to distance himself. He wants to limit the amount of money that goes into. It's a big bureaucracy. It's a bunch of BS, man. The whole NATO.
Well, we're being held hostage by these bureaucracies.
No, we are. Absolutely we are. It's ridiculous, and honestly,
the EU is a flagrant tyranny now.
They are, and
just like I'm not against Jews, not against Europeans, but I'm against their governments.
They're cooked.
And I don't say that as like a counsel. Like, oh, don't censor me. I'm already censored. It's not like, oh, I'm really secretly Hitler, but I don't. No, I genuinely love everybody. I'm not against the people of Europe or Israel. Your leaders are evil.
Yeah,
they're gonna get us all killed.
And not only that, like Europe has failed. Like the
demographics
have failed. Like it doesn't look like Europe anymore. Mass immigration is destroying it in every way. Their economies are trash. Like
I mean, Europe's the new Soviet Union.
Surely.
All right, let's give the number out and take some calls on any subject you want on James indicted. on.
What happened with Benny? Did we get to? We didn't get to cover that yet, right?
Which one?
But with Benny Johnson, like some guy got arrested.
Oh yeah, we got that. That's coming up.
Okay.
So, we'll do it right now. So we got head of Homeland Security, Trump responding, Benny Johnson. I don't know, guys. What should I? There's so damn much. Man. I mean, I don't even keep track of it. So here we are, taking your calls on any subject we just raised. On Antifa declared an international terror group. You know what that means? You saw what Trump does to those boats. That means like anything.
That's why it's a W. Because now you can leverage the intelligence agencies to help you as well with these. When it's a foreign terrorist organization, you can use a lot of resources.
Yeah, you're giving an enemy combatant.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so this is the gloves are off, folks.
Thank God.
So any subject you want to raise, but on the 10 topics we've had here today.
BLM needs to be next.
Absolutely.
They need to be a terrorist organization.
Toll-free number to join us, 877-789-2539, 877-789, Alex, 877-789-2539. Just have your comment ready because we want to go to you, go to the next person. But let's raise that. Let's play a little bit of Benny Johnson talking about his family being targeted. Here it is.
Yeah. The individual who wrote me described why he wanted me dead. I was a white, cis, Christian Trump supporter. They described in great detail how I would be killed in an open field, just like Charlie, how much blood would come out of my head and neck when it was blown off. This individual described orphaning my 4 beautiful children and widowing my wife with great joy. You might want to say another left-wing radical, another extremist. And to that, I would like to direct your attention to the state of Virginia, where Democrats have nominated and are about to vote for the chief law enforcement officer in that state, a man who has done the exact same thing.
That's who they are.
Who's calling for the assassination by bullets of Republicans that he disagrees with.
And police.
The killing of their children. The slaughtering of, as he says, little fascists. Are my 4 innocent, beautiful children little fascists?
Remember they said Kirk's kids deserve to die.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not listening, Benny. I got 20 of these a day. I need a press conference.
Yeah. Extremist. It is mainstream.
Did he put you with Pam Bondi and you get these guys arrested up?
And we need a moment of reckoning here. This has to stop. This cycle must end. Is any Democrat courageous enough to disavow violence?
We have the mayor of Chicago saying go to full war.
For individuals that espouse these things, like what happened to my family, or what's happening in Virginia, to call for those kind of candidates to step down? Will Democrats
By the way,
vote
they're
for
defending
that?
that guy in Virginia that says kill cops, kill all the Republicans, kill their families. Like, that's going to be the AG, folks. That's crazy.
This has been a problem that's been, leftist violence has been boiling in this country for a very long time, dude. It's absolutely nuts.
But you cannot make peace with evil as a Christian. You cannot unite with people who want you dead.
They truly want to kill us.
I want unity.
Believe me on
They
that.
want to kill us, dude. I get death threats, you get death threats.
They gotta sell me on it, I know.
Like, it's absolutely nuts.
I can't believe my house now.
For that first to happen, we must understand the battle. We are fighting good versus evil, darkness versus light. And good must.
What about the guy they caught with 200 bombs about to blow up the Catholics at the Supreme Court meeting?
Yeah, these nuts. Absolutely nuts.
And they gave the guy 6 years. They caught trying to kill Kavanaugh.
Wow. Bondi.
6 years?
Cash Patel. Dan Bongino.
Yeah, memory, guys, pull it up. They caught him with the plan and the weapons, and he got 6 years.
Fed or state?
Fed, yeah.
You know,
my point is,
we have a serious problem in this country with violence.
As populists, we don't like play victim and just whine about stuff all day. Yeah, another thing is Benny. I love Benny. He's a great guy, and it's totally real. The guy was coming to kill him. But I'm like sitting there going, God, we probably got 20 death threats right now.
Yeah, no, probably, man. But
I'm sorry, 8 years in prison.
It's absolutely nuts that this is where we are in America. And here's the difference, right? If someone on the left, right, a colleague of ours on the left, maybe a political commentator on the left, like something happened to them, me and you would probably say, we need to find the person that did this. Like
100%.
We like, why is it that people on the left, like, they celebrate when we get killed. Or
the liberals are like, too bad ramming the cops in Chicago. Too bad they're not dead. They're literally saying it.
They literally want us to die. And it's like, if something happened to a big political commentator on the left, I would say we need to go find that individual immediately. None of us would be celebrating their death. It's crazy, dude. It's absolutely nuts. We have a serious problem in America with radical leftists and violence. We seriously do. Kill Nick. They assassinated Charlie. I've gotten a million death threats. People, I don't even leave my house like that much often because people, with me, it's like the blacks, they hate me the most. So, because, you know, you get death threats. It's like everyone on the right, it's like we've all dealt with death threats.
Some of the black supremacists get mad at you. You tell some of the black folks clean up their attitude.
Basically, I tell them, like, reparations are a scam. Stop crying. Stop being a victim. Like, stop being pussies. And they get mad and they say, oh, well, you're Uncle Tom. You're a coon, blah, 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 all this other stuff. So they hate me, too. So it's like...
See, people don't get playing a victim is not good for your mind.
It's not. It's absolutely not. And it actually holds the black community back. I'm glad that Steven Crowder did that little bit at the barbershop so he can, you know, he see these idiots for what they are a lot of the times. This is what I deal with, like, every day with these morons. And they absolutely hate me, but I'm like, I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. If it benefits you, if it doesn't, it is what it is. And we have a serious problem with black fatigue and black people being victims and crying and saying reparations. Why do we need to pay you money for work that you didn't do to be paid by people that never enslaved you? It makes zero sense.
Well, you know, 2% of the South had slaves. The vast majority of people in the U.S. ancestors came here after slavery. They literally want... Like, take the Ukrainian woman stabbed to death by the black schizophrenic. And people are like, oh, she deserves it. Ukrainians never had black slaves. That woman doesn't even know what that is. She had black lives.
She was a BLM supporter.
But
she was a BLM supporter. If
he probably could have asked her out for a date.
Was that?
He probably could have asked her out for a date.
Dude, if she was racist, she would be alive today. She should never sat next to that fucking idiot. Like, you know, and she was a BLM supporter. Like, her not being racist got her killed.
And he said, I got that white girl.
Ridiculous. Then he tried to blame it on demons after, saying like, "Oh yeah, something was in my mind, like some crazy shit, like I was infected." These guys don't take any accountability. Like honestly, if I was the
well, I would hate to see a white guy stab a black woman for no reason.
Yeah,
I would decry it immediately.
Yeah, it would be terrible. Like we need to honestly, like, these guys just need to be tortured. I think we need to make like a live stream channel where these guys get tortured 24/7, live stream in HD, and I think that'd curb the crime. Stop putting them in prison.
All I know is the powder keg is here.
Yeah.
And then the left's not going to give up. So let me ask you this. What do you expect them to do next, Myron?
You know, it's going to be either a false flag from the Israelis or these guys are going to continue to destroy cities or go nuts, right? Because I don't see it, like, this isn't the first time. What's going on in Portland right now? They did this in LA with the riots. Like, it's just going to keep going.
Well, Trump's sending 200 troops to Israel, perfect false flag.
Yep.
But Trump teed himself up before it was ever said. I said, on July 13th, I said, next they'll say Iran's behind it. 3 days later, they did it. Then Trump goes, if I ever get killed, bomb Iran. He just queued it up for Netanyahu to get Trump killed.
Yes.
Then attack Iran and take him out and them. Bad move right there.
Yeah. And they've been the Israelis have been salivating for this war for years. They've been trying to get it forever, for decades actually. You know? And the Iranians don't want war, dude. They want the sanctions gone. They want to be able to have an economy.
All right, we're going to break. I want to come back and go to Justin, Austin, the Texas Skeptic, Jack, Carlos, Kevin, Noah, Kurt, Jonathan, Sam. But Myron Gaines X on X. 60 seconds.
Yeah.
9 months into Trump. What would your advice be to him?
Please don't get us to war with Iran. Under no circumstances. We don't want any wars. No war with Iran. My biggest thing.
Schumer says he wants to keep the government locked down to have an explosion next Saturday.
What an idiot.
You think the Democrats will be successful?
As a guy that's worked in the, because I went through the last government shutdown, actually, funny enough. Political posturing, man. These guys, and the thing is, like, the government employees still got to work. They'll get their back pay and everything else like that. A lot of these guys end up just getting a vacation. Like, the people that are essential have to go to work. But this is political posturing from these guys. I think they're pissed off about the big, beautiful bill still, if I'm not mistaken. That's what they're really mad about. We'll see what happens.
That's one of Trump's biggest successes, is cutting NGO funding.
Yeah, the big, beautiful bill, there was some, look, it's so big, pause. There was a lot of good parts of it, too. Like, obviously, a lot of it had to do with, like, immigration funding, immigration enforcement funding, which is good. Tax cuts, all this stuff.
There's like $100 billion in there for that, right?
Yeah, and then also he got rid of, like, the SNAP benefits, the welfare, so all the porch monkeys got to go back to work.
All right, Myron Gaines, stay right there. Let's take some phone calls when we come back in 4 minutes. And remember, you're the Paul Revere's. Share the live feed right now on X at Real Alex Jones, man.video, Infowars.com/show.
Whatever the future may hold, InfoWars will always live forever. The fight will continue. Be sure to follow us on X at Real Alex Jones and at AJN Live. And now you can download the #1 news app in the world. Go to AlexJonesApp.com and let the Democrat Deep State Party know that we will never be silenced.
So why don't you just keep your mouth shut?
Oh,
because you
is
showed
that,
up.
Is that the way to
you
talk?
showed up. You voted.
You can extend it right
a
now.
Permanent extension of massive tax breaks. Is that right?
90% of Americans take the standard deduction,
Is that right?
If you had your way, the standard deduction would have been cut in half. That
No
would have been
one-
a massive tax increase
no one-
on Americans.
Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic Party, and the rest of the deep state want you and I to shut up, but we're not going to shut up. That's why on top of the giant sale we've got going, Veterans of the InfoWar right now, you get an additional 10% off at checkout at thealexshowstore.com with promo code Hakeem. Because no, Hakeem, we're not going to shut up. And when Americans and others back InfoWars and this operation and what we're doing, they are literally defending the tip of the spear. This is the media operation the globalists and the left hate the most. We can't do this without your support. So please help keep us on the air and really say no to Hakeem Jeffries and the rest of these people by going to thealexshowstore.com for the best supplements, wide selection of Patriot apparel and gear. Promo code Hakeem to get 10% off right now. By the way, Myron Gaines is going to be on the War Room today with Harrison Smith coming up. Phone calls right now. We're going to move quickly through your calls, the order they are received. Justin in Texas, you're on the air worldwide. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex. Hey, Myron. Big fan here. Been watching you for 20 years, and I bought thousands of dollars worth of your product, and I'm going to continue.
Thanks for keeping us on the air, brother. Go ahead.
For sure. My question for Myron is, I've heard you, Alex, bring up in the Quran, and I know the Jews have, done this and that. The Jews caused 9/11. The Jews, everything they're guilty of. But the Quran, my question is about the Quran. This is brought up several times that there's a verse in the Quran that says men can have sex with 9-year-old boys, up to 9 years old. Is this true?
I don't know, man. I mean,
Myron, I don't think are you Muslim?
I am Muslim, but I'm not like a devout. Like I don't practice as much as I should.
Yeah. I mean, I've read all that stuff before in there. I don't remember the exact places it's in, but yeah. Muhammad, didn't he marry like a 9-year-old?
That's what they say. I mean, there's... See, and I'm not like a religious guy, so I know people are going to be like, Myron, you should know this, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not a religious guy, so it's not really my thing. Because there's a hadith that covers that where it's actually, Aisha was actually 18. But again, I'm not a religious scholar, so I'd have to...
Then I see these rabbis on TV, and I think that's classic Judaism saying, you can have sex with a girl until she's 3 because the...
Oh, yeah, with the Talmud?
Because the hymen grows back.
Yeah, it's...
Not trying to go there, but it's like, it's in there. I've read the Quran, I don't remember the exact spot, but it's like, if you are a shepherd and there is a boy, if he's under 9, you may have him to take comfort.
Yeah,
it's in there.
Yeah, I don't know. So
everything's answered there, so... Anything else, Justin? Is that what you wanted to bring up?
Yeah. Now, my only question is, like, all these guys, they run, like, the biggest platforms, and they say, oh, man, we're persecuted. We aren't able to speak. No, it's like you said, Alex. If I go, man, if I start a program and I say, the Jews are this, the Jews that, blah, blah, I will be, like, the biggest influencer there is. All these guys that run the manliest programs, they all follow this book that says, you can have sex with little boys. And so that was my question. Like,
all right, I appreciate your call. That's what I tried to say is, I don't want Israel to be the center of the universe. What I'm saying is, it is now, and I'm wondering where all this goes, because that's all anybody wants to talk about, and I, quite frankly, am just sick of it. I mean, I like you said, China and stuff, there's one-track mind, that's all people talk about. It drives me crazy. Austin in Missouri. Go ahead, Austin.
The methylene blue. I would make a plea also that we
relaunch to X3 so we can get our thyroids decalcified from all the fluoride in the water.
I agree. They've shut down InfoWars sales. We're barely hanging on. We want to bring back the X2, the X3. Great point.
Right. And on the Charlie thing, just a couple quick things I've learned from Dark Journalist, which you introduced us to. When there's a big operation going on, typically they're going to be released into junk conspiracies, which I hear you getting frustrated about. They keep sending us down these rabbit trails to give us fatigue on trying to actually examine the real independent investigation. And at the same time, they're trying to attack the people, which there would be no other incentive to attack somebody doing an independent investigation other than trying to cover something up. I thought it was very suspicious that after, Israel got accused of being behind it, that Netanyahu the next week felt the urge to come out and say that, first of all, if you turn on Israel with your speech, that you're a Nazi, and then, speaking about 8-front war, bringing up drones, which would be kinetic, and also the information war.
Yeah, he had to know that would create a Streisand effect. Thanks for the call. Myron Gaines, why would he come out and say, I didn't kill Charlie Kirk? If I wasn't involved and I came out and said that, that makes me the front and center.
Yeah, I think he did that because, people like Candace Owens have an enormous amount of influence, and he probably said, we got to do something, to combat the narrative. And Israel's been doing really bad with the PR. So I think that and also keep in mind that Netanyahu's doing a whole press run right now. If you notice, he's done a bunch of interviews. I think he did Tatum, he did Trigonometry, he did Nelk Boys, he did someone recently.
He wanted to go on Rogan, but he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, Rogan didn't want to do him. So he's doing a full press run now. So I think at this point, since he's in the middle of this press run and this happened, he felt the need to make 2 videos on this. Didn't he make 2 videos on this?
Yeah, he made a bunch of them. He went on a bunch of shows. I think it's more than 2. It was 5 I saw.
Yeah, so he knows.
He went on Fox. He went on. He made a personal announcement. He went on Newsmax. A bunch of them. It's just crazy. Yeah. The Texas Skeptic in Texas. You're on the air. Go ahead.
You're getting tired of hearing about Israel, but that thread has not been fully pulled out. You have the Mossad blackmail operation that was Jeffrey Epstein. You have the victims of Jeffrey Epstein giving speeches at the Capitol simultaneously while Donald Trump is having a meeting with one of the clients, Bill Gates. How do you deal with all that?
Number one, we're talking about Israel the whole show, so it's more of a begging the question. Like Myron said, is there any place for China or the EU or human trafficking? All my point is that it's only Israel. So we'll give it what you want. In fact, I pledge zero. No. If a hurricane hits Florida, we ain't covering it. I actually pledge. No. You got the floor. You called in. You're on. We are nothing but Israel is the devil 24/7. Go ahead.
Well, a lot of people are saying that you actually are a human centipede, stoned to Donald Trump, and then he's stoned to Netanyahu.
So let's hit pause here. Just hold on a second. You see what I just did? Uncensored calls. You're here. We just spent an hour and a half on Israel. This guy wants to feel powerful, so he just said, I work for Israel. Dude, you just want to feel superior. Pathetic. I appreciate your call. So pathetic. I literally said, is there time for, if an asteroid was coming towards Earth, could we talk about that? You get my point?
That was funny.
But the Israel cover-up is going to continue when you're on with Harrison.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they'll probably say something.
Well, yeah, we're going to continue the cover-up here. You see that he needs to feel powerful.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Sick. So, see, Israel's got big problems. We're against it. How sick are you that your own allies, you call in to say that so you feel like a big man? You are mentally ill. All right, Jack in Wisconsin, you're on the air. Go ahead. Mexico, Israel. More Israel. More Israel censorship. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Jones, you were talking about Israel decades before Fuentes and before it was Yves, but I think a lot of those are seminar callers. But anyway, Myron, I'm a huge fan. I love you so much because you're one of the only people who are going on the street like Charlie Kirk, even hardcore, more hardcore than Charlie Kirk, and taking on head first the
thank you so much for
whole epidemic we have. So I really appreciate that. I love your material.
I'll be at Penn State very soon. We're going to go out on Charlie Kirk's birthday. So on the 14th, man, they can't stop us.
Yeah, those college things you've been doing is amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Like, I knew you were smart, but you really upped the game for those.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, dude. As someone
you're
that
covering
went
up for Israel, though.
Yeah, what was that?
You're covering up for Israel.
I'm covering up for Israel. Yeah, I'm covering.
That caller's better than you. You work for Netanyahu.
He's gonna find out. But yeah, no. You know, as someone that I went to Northeastern, right, which is like a prestigious school up in Boston, and I realized like how these college students nowadays are just indoctrinated and like retarded. Like they don't have any critical thinking, man. So I'm just like going back to the colleges and having discussions with these guys on certain topics that they don't want to. Well,
be safe because you're tearing the hell out of them.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it.
Anything else, Jack, while we cover for Israel real quick?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Myron, do you think there is Zionist or Israel stuff going on in Mexico and South America with the president of...
What, Scheinbaum? Oop, just covered up again.
El Chapo's wife wearing the Star of David.
Well, we know for a fact that like Israeli intelligence has worked with some of these cartels and taught them ways on how to dispose of bodies and military tactics and everything else like that. So yeah,
but in fairness, so do the School of Americas.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
We have a whole school in the U.S. training them how to do that.
Training
Latin America how to run death squads.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
CIA was
cover for Israel. My point is I'm just being fair.
Yeah, the Iran-Contra, all that.
So, Thank you, Jack. In Canada, let's keep the Israeli cover-up going. That's the whole show today. So, John, Israeli cover-up. Carlos in Canada, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Oh, Alex, I'm concerned about World War III and where we're going to an irreversible
I'm sorry, we
direction.
can't talk about cruise missiles to hit Russia. You're trying to cover for Israel right now.
Not at all. Let me just tell you, I love life, and I love people solving problems. We have a major problem in that we have a communication problem. Future historians will probably write about the period of Atlanticism, the empire builders of Britain in the time of Milner and the Rothschild.
But let's not hear about the Rothschilds and Milner group and actual geopolitics. Why are you cut up for Israel right now, Carlos? Sorry, I'm going to stop. No, you're absolutely right. We have the old globalist empire trying to square off against Russia again. We're on the verge of nuclear war.
The other side, you have BRICS, believe it or not, who are far from the Atlanticism idea, who have divided the Atlanticist Europe from the Ural Russia, and China gave, through the last conversation I had with you, when President Putin met with President Trump in Alaska, he showed him 2.5 miles apart, we're neighbors, number one. Number two, he came not as a conqueror, a winner in Ukraine, he came as a man who was basically...
Sure, and he just endorsed Trump with the Peace Prize, so bottom line, why are we in danger of nuclear war?
In danger of nuclear war because if we don't put the Atlanticists in place, they're manipulating, you call them globalists, basically they're the Atlanticists, manipulating, they're giving rise to BRICS, who BRICS see the United States not as an enemy, they see it more or less as an agent. If you were to put together not east-west, but go from Russia to Alaska to the United States and South America, and you had a $17 trillion debt, and somebody offered you the Road Belt Initiative, where all of these countries
Sure, Russia wants an alignment, Russia wants world peace, and you are covering it for Israel. Thank you, Carlos. We don't talk about anything but Israel. I can't believe an Israeli operative called in to try to stop nuclear war. Folks, I'm going to expose these people myself. Like, Carlos is working for Israel. He tried to cover up because he wants to stop nuclear war.
He's a Mossad agent.
We do not talk about nuclear war with Russia. That doesn't exist. Back to Netanyahu. We only spent 9% of the time. I want 100% of the time. Kevin's calling about Charlie Kirk. You better say Israel did it. Kevin, go ahead.
Better say Shin Bet.
All right, Alex, this is BB. Come on, baby. This is BB.
Okay.
No, hey.
Hey, boss, what do I do? Me and Myron Gaines are taking orders, sir.
Alex, thank you so much for everything you've done. Products are excellent. Look, long-time listener, listen to Hour of the Time on Ham. Watch you grow. Love you. Thank you so much for all that you and the crew have done. Okay, I called in because, man, I'm 55. I'm ex-Army. All the videos and footage I've seen of Charlie Kirk's assassination, the
Baker viewpoint on shot from below, and already just a little bit just out of that, the ridiculous. There's so much that can be explained in that. For instance, the fragment statement that you had stated from the doctor's report and how it came up, and okay, fragments up in the neck. That is something to look at. The cavitational optics. When I first seen that first close-up, it's like weird. My brain wasn't putting it together, but not that direction. No. A lot of issues with the official narrative. Correct. The trajectory of how he falls off the seat. Okay, now just hear me out real quick, and I'll let you go. The trapdoor.
Hurry up and blame Netanyahu, or I'm gonna have to hang up on you.
I'm not blaming at all.
No, he didn't.
I
Shut
had no
up.
idea. So, the trapdoor to the whatever it was too far to the left. Man, there's obviously a cavitation underneath that whole platform. So, I mean, obviously, okay, for the love of money is the root of all evil, and I'm not in that echelon. But I mean, I believe in the Word of God. I'm saying, but that trapdoor doesn't matter where the trapdoor is. The fact is that there was a cavity underneath that hole where Charlie was sitting. So. There is, in my mind, I'm just saying, I can see all kinds of possibilities that make way more better sense ballistically. Why fragments, according to the doctor, whatever.
Well, there's a lot of ways Netanyahu killed him, but we know he did it. Thank you. We just agreed Netanyahu killed him. That's the most important part. Let's make sarcastic, folks. Noah in Oklahoma, you're on the air. Back to Israel, thank God. Noah, Israel conflict, set up, build up to something bigger. Go ahead.
All right, so there's a 50% chance we may already be in the tribulation. We know it all begins with a false peace between Israel and a two-state solution. So that's first and foremost. Netanyahu, as you said before, there's an alien force. You want to call them aliens, demons, fallen angels. He is guiding Netanyahu and the Israeli government to intentionally gin up this hatred of the Jews. So everybody, all nations, says in the Bible that will be turned against Jerusalem, all nations, including the United States. You see that about half, 60% of the country rapidly giving up. And it says in the Bible...
Netanyahu's doing an excellent job.
Doing an excellent job being around by saying, whatever, it's intentional. So everybody, so when the Antichrist rises up eventually, somewhere in the Middle East, he comes in and says he wipes out 2/3 of the Jews, another genocide, and everybody's going to cheer it on. These aliens that show up, this false disclosures of Hatfield of the 31 Atlas, we have these UFOs on footage, whatever. No, it's giving you the wrong idea ahead of time. So when Satan does show up at the midpoint, in the middle of the tribulation, he's going to be this alien savior and the appointed representative on earth, the new God. He's going to be this Antichrist. Everybody's going to drop down and worship him, become cyborgs, integrate with the
all right, Noah, thank you. Let's continue the Israel cover-up. We don't talk about Israel. We only talk about Israel. To Netanyahu's calling in from Israel.
Yes, Alex. The last guy did not work for me. I am Netanyahu, and I am very mad about this peace deal. I need more bombing. I need you to tell people that you work for me, Alex.
Of course, sir. What do I do?
More.
Yes, Netanyahu. What are my orders?
Alex, I'm going to need you to start helping me a little more. I need to come on InfoWars tomorrow in person and talk to you immediately.
By the way, he wants on all these shows. I'll have Netanyahu on. You would too, right?
Yeah, I'd have ask him some hard questions. I need more than 30 minutes, but he's like, only 45 minutes every time he does an interview.
I'll take 10 minutes. I'll ask him, why did you create Hamas? Why did you fund them? Why did you stand down? I only need 5 minutes. Netanyahu, come on. Boss, come on. Where's the check? I never got one.
Alex, I'll save InfoWars.
Netanyahu, I got to let you go. This is so retarded. Let's go to Kurt in Minnesota. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks, Alex. Hey, I just remember the day when Owen Schroyer used to cover a lot of the protests. One of the episodes, 3 Antifa thugs kind of came right up on them, and they had muzzles of AK-47.
Wait a minute. You're covering up for Israel. We don't talk about Antifa. About Israel here. Why are you covering up for Israel right now?
Well, I just wanted to say that Owen held is cool, but I don't know. If you ever had a muzzle right in your face like that, it was
They stick guns in our reporters' faces. They're terrorists, and they deserve to have a terrorist designation.
As a Mossad agent.
Meanwhile, cops are right there, didn't do a thing. So it's just fascinating.
I'm being sarcastic, but seriously, yeah, Antifa is. They must be freaked out because they thought they were above the law, Byron.
Yeah, they've been able to operate with impunity across multiple countries and states for a very long time. So I'm glad that Trump finally is putting the hammer down on these guys and making them as FTO as they should be.
Anything else, Kurt?
I'm going to hang up and listen. I really appreciate
Love
what
you,
guys
Kurt.
are doing.
Thanks for changing the subject off Israel. Good job. Checks coming in.
He's a Mossad agent now.
He's
Mossad agent.
Jonathan in Texas, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. How you doing today?
Good. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to throw out an idea, or like a little theory right here about the Charlie Kirk murder. I think that it could possibly be a FBI or CIA asset, or an informant, or something like that that's just kind of gone rogue. It would kind of explain why Kash Patel has been kind of like, either fumbling on purpose or on accident because he doesn't know anything, and his own FBI is kind of like turning against him. And I think that the assassin that got Trump was kind of the same thing, because if you look at the past...
I agree. The cover-up of Butler parallels the cover-up of Kirk. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, we have more questions than answers, man. And, Patel, prides himself on, like, the most transparent FBI ever, which I'll give him credit. He has been way more transparent than
they released a lot of stuff.
Directors. Yeah, I mean, he released 33,000 pages already versus, like, Chris Wray, his entire 4 years in, or a couple of years in.
They screw the ADL out.
13K. Yeah, they screw the ADL out. So I will say a lot of people are critical of Kash Patel, but I will say that I think he's done a lot better than other FBI directors. But with this case,
which is what an Israeli agent would say.
They should be 100% open with this Charlie Kirk case, though, because it
Jonathan, go ahead. Great points.
Mass interest.
Myron.
Yes, sir. The reason why is because you still got leftover people from the FBI from the previous administration. And because of that, I mean, we already saw the two, I can't remember their names, but the two lovers that were doing the text messages between each other saying, hey, Donald Trump won't become president, right? And he goes, no, we'll stop him.
Insurance policy.
Exactly, the insurance policy. I think that there's a bunch of FBI agents right there that have been doing work. I mean, there was also that kidnapping from the governor that was egged on by these rogue FBI agents that were saying, hey, go kidnap her, go kidnap her.
Why are you talking about the FBI doing a fake kidnapping? You're coming over Israel. We don't talk about Whitmer kidnapping or J6. Israel, we only spent 90% of the time as part of a cover-up today.
Yeah, we got to talk about the Jews more. Come on, bro.
Yeah, and which you're coming back on Harrison as part of the cover-up today.
Yeah, well, I am going to, yeah.
The war, we're going to cover this up by having you here. When you criticize... All right, I'm out of time. Let's do one more. Thank you, Jonathan. I can't take these calls that are on Charlie Kirk and everything. China can't take that call. We got to have an Israel call. We got one. Devon in Georgia. Part of the Israel cover-up. You're on Israel. You're on the air. Go ahead.
How you doing, Alex? Big fan. I think, to make this short, I think we need to understand that this is political theater. When you're talking about Israel, like, we're not bringing up, like, Ashkenazi Jews. We're not bringing up, like, the real thing that it's based on. It's, like, political theater. We need to talk about bloodlines and that people aren't, oh, it's because of gay people. It's because of this and that. No, this is because of 1,000 years of slavery, real, like, terror. And, like, the way the news puts it, it puts it in like it's a movie. Like, we're dealing with, like, people who think they're chosen and other people who think they're goyim. Like, not even worthy of it. And, like, we're putting this ideas into political theater when it's not even good and evil. It's just like, listen, you people don't deserve this, drink water, like, read the Talmud, like, eat, like, drink their babies, like, this is the type of stuff we're dealing with, and then he turned it into political theater. And when we're talking about Benjamin Netanyahu, that's the type of person he is. He's dealing with, I'm chosen, and I don't even care about it. It's not even from a dictatorship. It's just like, this is all or nothing. Like, it's like a Wahhabist Muslim standpoint from a Ashkenazi Jewish, like, it's not political theater, and we need to pinpoint, like, what is actually going on instead of just talking about, oh, he's gay, oh, he's black. No, this is like...
Well, Devon, I want to thank you for helping cover up for Israel today. That's what we just did this whole show. Good points, thank you. All right, sorry to Joe and John and Jared. The show's ending, part of the cover-up. But you're going to be coming on like an hour on the War Room with Harrison Smith to continue the cover-up for Israel.
Yes, we're covering up.
People can... That's what you do. Just, you're not good, I'm not good. Everybody that says we're bad is good. Myron Gaines X, That's part of the cover-up?
Yeah, part of the cover-up.
Part of the cover-up.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here in town with us. I'm going to come see you in Miami. Come on your show soon.
Dude, you are always welcome. It'd be great to have you on with some girls for an after-hour show.
I don't know. I got to behave myself. Well, I'm gay, so it wouldn't be a problem. So. All right. Hey, Harrison Smith is coming up with the Israel cover-up hour. Be sure and tune in for that as we cover up for Israel, because we're not good like you. And seriously, I need your support. I'm funded by you. Big sale right now. Got the new InfoWars veteran line. We get one bottle of the RC Mods 50% off. That's how we fund the operation. Thank you so much. Great job, the crew. Myron Gaines, great to have you back in studio, man.
Always good to be here, man.
I asked you to come on a week ago. I met remotely. You just show up. This is amazing.
Yeah, no, man. I love it, man. I don't mind. You know, every now and then I need a break from the bimbos in Miami, so.
You want to apologize for coming up for Netanyahu?
You know what, guys? My bad for covering up for Israel.
You did it again, Myron. That's just really bad right now.
You're not going to talk. You're not going to talk to me.
Wasted
You're not going to talk to me
fraud
and talk
and
over me
non-New York residents
because you don't want to
getting
hear what I have to say.
Oh, I'm listening.
So why
Go
don't you
ahead.
just keep your mouth shut?
I've been on air for 31 years, but 28 years ago, I launched InfoWars, and it's changed the world thanks to all of your support of the operation. People like Hakeem Jeffries want us to shut up.
Can you, shut up?
That's what all their lawfare, all their lawsuits, all their attacks have been about. And they're passing anti-free speech laws in Canada, the UK, Europe. They're arresting people for even criticizing the government. And they're trying to bring that here. And that's why it's so important.
Damn. Oh, Chad, man. Alright, Chad, we finna get up out of here, man. I'll see y'all on the next one in the morning, man. We 15 subs away from the next goal. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Good night, Chad.